Hello, hello. For those of you guys that are watching this live or watching a replay of this, I'm going to be helping out a few people. First guy is going to be the guy that is trying to sell an online course, so I'm going to see if I can help him out a little bit, answer some of his questions, and then got a handful of guys that I'm going to be helping out regarding their agency, whether it's getting more traffic, discovery calls, sales calls, converting more deals, service delivery, all kind of different things. So if you find value in this, if you want to join and be a part of one of these coaching calls, then scroll down and click the link in the description, and you should be able to uh, apply to have a conversation with me and see if it's a good fit. All right. Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Hold on, man. Um, I probably got like I don't know how long this is gonna be. I probably got like maybe 10 minutes before I have to probably transition to help the other guys out. And then if you want to stick around, maybe we can talk a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know. What do you got going on? Do you have a busy day or?
To be honest with you, bro, I'm kind of hurting, dude. Fucking last night we slept for like 2 hours. And I'm down to talk, but to be honest with you, if you're cool with it, I was just gonna kind of keep it brief today. Just because
Yeah,
fucking,
let's
I don't
just
know,
do.
I'm not an excuse maker, but fucking, I don't know, I'm just fucking, I don't, you know,
Yeah,
it's
fine.
hard to explain, bro. Fucking
No,
Cade.
no, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep either, so I feel you. Um, yeah, man. I mean,
Is, hey, is it cool, bro? To be honest with you, bro, I
yeah,
sent that over to you. It's cool if we reconvene tomorrow. I'll let you do your thing with the guys, and you know what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah. Sounds good. Just I'll shoot you a message tomorrow then, okay?
All right, thanks, bro.
Yep, peace.
Later.
All right, what's going on, bro? I was just looking at your getting ready to look at your numbers.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Chilling, chilling.
You running out of no sleep, bro? How you doing?
I don't know, man. I didn't have a good night of sleep.
Not taking that supplement stack?
I am. And I don't know what it is, man. Like I will find something that works and it'll work really well for like a few weeks and it's like my body gets used to it.
Ah,
Yeah. And so it was working really well for a few weeks and then last maybe 2 weeks I'll have a few off nights. Um, but it's all good. Uh, let's see here. All right, so this is so we launched the ad on the 20th. Is that what you said?
22nd. I might
Okay.
have to just get up and unlock the elevator real quick. But I'm listening, okay?
Okay. All good. Um, so
Hey, I'm back. Sorry to interrupt you guys. My name's Taylor.
Hey,
I'm gonna
what's up, bro?
chill and hang out with you guys. I'm gonna do my thing. I just have a quick call at 3:15. But yeah, sorry
oh
about
dude,
that.
oh you're good, man. If you want to like just hang out and watch me
Cool,
with
cool.
some of the other
Here
guys,
right now. Yeah,
you're good, bro. But yeah,
thank
bro.
you.
So hey, you're at two book calls, $74 for a book call. Your conversion rate is 2%, 2% here, 7%. So if I got excited when you told me that your conversion was jumping up, um, but let's see here. Do some quick math. So 80 plus 96 plus 13. And then we got two, four, five. We got five. So 5 divided by 189. So we're still at like a 2.6% conversion rate, bro. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah, I was meaning more like at this one right here at the 7. That's what I was referring to. But that's like so fresh. So it's like who knows how to pan out.
That's what I was getting at is like, because if you, since you've been running like the perfect lead ad, it's like, because we only spent like $31 here, what I was trying to do is I was just trying to average out. It's like, okay, well, if the issue was if the issue was the ad, and if the ad just like lowers the cost per click, lowers the cost per book call, increases the calendar conversion rate, well, then, we kind of see that across the board for a few weeks. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. So it's not quite there. But the thing that's working out in your favor is that your cost per click is so low that that's
I'm
why
listening.
so that's it. It's just your cost per click is so good the last 2 weeks that that's why our, cost per book call has been what it's been. It's been okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't know if this has anything to do with it. I mean, this guy mentioned, like, it's the second time that somebody mentioned, like, on the call, that it was the perfect lead, like the way that I explained it, the way that I framed it. He's like, "Oh, that was really enticing. Like, it got me really interested."
yep,
So
yep.
maybe it is like something to do with the opt-in.
Yeah, like I'm really confident that ad that we're running right now is a really good ad. Um, was it the creative or the copy? I'm guessing it was the copy, obviously. That got him to be like, oh damn.
Yeah, like oh, because he was it was another guy that was like interested in the higher quality type of lead. He's like, man, like he just kind of spoke to me saying that like you would get higher quality students instead of like, like low barrier guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, more like the copy.
Okay. Um, so obviously Jersey. So I guess like before Jeremy hops in, maybe me and you can just knock out our thing then. But what's kind of like the focus for you? What do you want to like focus on or discuss? Do you want to talk about that call a little bit, or discuss more the marketing ad side of things? Like where's kind of like your head in terms of what you want to put focus on?
Um, I want to do more of the marketing ad side because the more calls I get on, I feel like I'll just keep getting better in terms of reps. So I just want to get more reps right now. I want to get more calls. Um, but like short tidbit, like the call was well, like it helped that that he knew my older clients that I worked with at like sometime last year, right? They're like local people. I didn't get them through ads, so I got them through local, but that helped a little bit. But apart from that, like everything that I talked about. He saw the video, like the whole thing, like seems like very interested, very like in it, invested in it already. He's like, yeah, man, I'm super excited to see how this will work. He's willing to invest in ads. So it seems like pretty much everything's a green flag. I haven't gotten to the point yet to like the call was so long, I didn't get a point to actually ask him, like, hey, are you willing to do a sales consultation? But in the video I cover that. So it'll be just like a small thing.
Did you go
But
over the challenge like a little bit? Like, does he know
yeah.
like what was his thoughts about that? Like, was
He
this
thought so. He's in a unique situation where his school is like it's not necessarily a school. It's like more like a boutique situation where he rents out a space at two locations, but he has packed classes. It's more like reserve your class. So like this type of like challenge, like premium people, will work well for him. And he's in the part of Illinois, like he's in the suburbs of Illinois where they're like bougie. So he's like, yeah, it'll work. I feel like this would work perfect for my target audience. And
that was the thing
I
I was just trying to get the reason I was asking that question is remember how we've had a few people that like we talk about the 6 week challenge, like the first guy, and he's like, I don't know about that, and I don't know.
yeah,
Like I just wanted to see like, are they sold on the mechanism? Are they sold on like why 6 week challenge is better than doing like free trials or free week pass?
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're good there, well, bro, I mean, all that sounds good. It sounds like he's down for that. It sounds like he probably trusts you a little bit because you have worked with a few of the clients that he knows. Assuming that he's got the budget, I mean, that's kind of the trifecta. Like, I don't really. It's just as long as you don't shit the bed, bro. This sounds like it could be a close.
hmm hmm Yeah, the only main concern I have is just that it's not a school, right? So it's like funneling on the service side, right? Like funneling people to like locations, like which location and like all that stuff. It's like a bridge that I'll cross. But everything else in terms of like, will it work? I feel confident.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's like in terms of like an operational thing, it's like you're gonna have to kind of like think
Yeah. So it
like
doesn't have an actual like brick and mortar space, like,
why does that matter though? Because
um,
how you do the consultations.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then I was like, you just do it over Zoom, bro. Most of the sales I did were over Zoom.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, yeah. So it sounds like he basically there's a place he has to reserve a certain time, and so he can't just like be chilling there willy-nilly and just doing sales consultation. That's kind of the problem. Um,
hmm
yeah, I don't know, man. Like, do you feel like he'd be good at sales or no?
I don't know. I mean, he sounded like part of me feels like he would. He sounded like he was like he did it. He's been doing it for like 10 years, right? He's had that situation for like 10 years. So he's like, man, I understand like the selling part. Um, I asked if he's open to the training. He's like, yeah, right. But as far as like into the sales consultation, it just really depends, right? Like, are you able to follow the directions? If you could literally just like read the script, you could sell it.
Okay.
So
Right.
Yeah, he's
And
not like some old guy where I'm like, "Ah, this guy is so old school," and like, I'm trying to like fight an uphill battle where
what's
he's like
his
stuck in
current?
his ways. He's
What's his current?
I think it was like, hold on, he said 48 students, so about 10K. 10K, he's got like zero overhead pretty much. So he said he's in a good spot, like profit wise, where he's like the way that people coach, instructors are set up where it's
What's
kind
his
of
pain?
like
So is there pain or is there no pain then? Like, what's the reason for the call then?
he wants to no, there is pain. He said he's never done marketing before, and like for the past few months it dipped. And he's like, man, I need to find something to scale and get out of here to get my own brick and mortar space because lately I just feel like now is the time. Like it's been 10 years and I'm still here. And so
Okay.
there's the pain and like more of like the wanting to get out into the brick and mortar space, like his own space, but also like he knows that he said that the way to scale and to like finally get there, he's like, I know I'm gonna have to do some form of marketing. He said he's never done anything.
Why does he want to get his own place? Is this kind of like a financial thing or like is more like an internal thing of like, oh, I kind of want my own spot.
Um, it's more like internal because he said financial wise, he's like he's comfortable. He's like, man, like I could just stay comfortable and just, everything's good, but it's like I'm at the point where I want to grow into like my own space and actually grow this thing so I can get people full time and have them just be paid off of this and be able to service people just through this instead of just having it in that situation that he has.
So a little suggestion I've got for you is you're gonna probably have to tap into that a little bit more, bro.
Hmm.
Like, because like right now, it almost sounds like a nice thing to have, but not something that he needs. And so you're gonna have to tap into that and kind of bring that out of him of like, okay, why do you really want to do this? Like, I've had a few people that like have joined the coaching program where like, hey, they just want to be better. They know they could be better version of stuff. They had like a breakup or something that happened. Like, hey, no, I need to like step it up. And so in that case, I think you're going to need to maybe tap into that and bring that out of him. So like for example, I don't know if you were here where I was talking to Raj, I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago, and we realized that we have to like get him to expand. But in order to expand, he has to make more money. So he needs to more deals, close more deals, and once he makes more money, then he's going to be able to afford the new spots. So you have to. So the same thing applies here. He's smart enough to understand. He's smart enough to know like, yo, if I stay here, I'm good, I'm flush, whatever. If I want to go to this other place, I need to make enough money to afford those other places. So you need to kind of like stay on that, bro. 'Cause to me, it doesn't seem like maybe there's enough pain. It seems like when you get to the price point, this and that, he might be like, I don't know, man, it's not fucking worth it, bro. I'd rather just like be comfortable with where I'm at. So it's gonna be a lot of things of like, hey man, you said that this is what you wanted to do, man. You said this is who you wanted to be. And so I don't know what that internal thing is. Maybe he feels like a fucking fraud or whatever, or imposter syndrome, but you got to kind of bring that out a little bit. So that's gonna be a big, that's the only red flag I'm really seeing right now. Because
Yeah, true.
super chill, man. The moment you talk about money, dude, people fucking they get weird, bro. So
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that happened. If yeah, so that's my only thing about him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I was trying to find that like that was in my mind too. I was trying to find that pain, but now that you expressed it from your perspective and now I see it coming back to me, then that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have to find something to really latch on to. Um, and so you have to kind of like, if I were you, I would, maybe some part of that conversation, like, hey man, so I know you want to open up this location, like, why not just stay at where you're at right now? And that's a good way to phrase it. It's like, why not just stay where you're at?
Mm,
And so what happens, he'll tell you, and then you just keep going in that direction, and then eventually you're going to kind of get to the core of the pain, the core issue. And then from there, you can kind of like, kind of put your finger on the wound a little bit. Um, that being said, bro, in terms of the ads, um, Eslan, Jeremy, hope you guys are doing well. Jorge hopped in a little bit earlier, so I'm just gonna wrap things up with him and then move on if that's okay. Unless Jeremy, are you in a rush?
No.
Okay, okay. We're just gonna kind of go over a little bit of ad stuff, and then from there, we'll transition. And then Taylor's just hanging out. Taylor, he's somebody that I'm talking to in terms of like helping him sell more of his online course, which is training firefighter or training to become a firefighter. So he's just hanging out with us today, just hanging out, just kind of hearing what we're doing here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
um, Okay, so in terms of the ad side things, like where's kind of your mind? I mean, can you actually just like share your screen, bro?
Yeah, one moment.
And we can just go to your Facebook Ads Manager.
Yeah.
Uh, and then so is this maximized? So let's go ahead and just like do maximum on this. This is the new ad set, right?
Yeah. Oh no. Right here, this one.
Okay. So let's go ahead and click on that. Let's go inside and see what kind of ads are in there. And let's filter by amount spent.
Yeah, big boy.
Can you click
Sorry, say that one more time.
can you click on amount spent?
It's
Okay. So let's see which one's bringing the leads. The one, if we keep scrolling to the right. So $24 for that one, $3 for the 80s one. Um, so I mean, I don't here's why I think so one of the things that was going through my head, bro, as stupid as silly as it
All
sounds,
right,
is the original one that you
that's a
have.
good one. You want to stay out here and play?
Here, let me the original one? Yep, the original one.
yeah. Was that this one?
One thing that was going through my head is like instead of having like two people, is like you just have one guy that's like this in the middle. I don't know what it is, but like it's really easy for my eyes to see what's going on there. I don't know what it is other than maybe everything is black and then he's blue. And so my eyes are just, it's much easier for my eyes to kind of go there versus if we look at another ad like the Tron one, for example. I mean, this one's not bad. I think it's the one that's sleek, but I don't know. It's just my
Luxury one.
um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't have like good justification or words. It's this one. This one is a little hard to follow. But again, hey, this one's getting good results, right? I mean, not necessarily getting good results. It's got the least ad spend actually, but it's got a cheap cost per book call. But one thing that was going through my mind is like, again, just have like one person instead of like he's like kind of like holding on to somebody. Unless like, is there some logic behind that? Like, what does that mean? Is that like he's like doing some kind of a move or something? Or
No, there's a. I just saw it and I was like, "There's two guys. I'm gonna put two guys."
but let's try one with just like one guy. So let's do that for like the next round of ad sets. And again, I think it's maybe just us getting a habit of like just doing that every week. We launch an ad set, put some ads in there, take the winner from the
Mhm.
put that in there. I don't know. In terms
Like
of
everything else the same though, as far as like the style, and just literally just um, well, just with this perfect the OG one.
yeah, so I think what we can do is we can like let's see what happens at the end of this week. And then what we might do is we might take another ad set and pull one or a few of the ads from here into that new one. Does that make sense? So like for example, you know how we pulled the original one and put that in here, but it's not performing as well?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to take maybe the sleek one, the perfect 80s one, or we take maybe the sleek one, the perfect lead original, and the 80s one and throw them into a new ad set with two more ads, and the other two ads are going to be just like one person. So we'll have five ads in there. We'll have these three original ones, and then we'll have like two more, which is just like one guy. And it could be maybe like an actual human being, like an actual like image of somebody or something to switch it up. But I don't think that these are the issues in terms of,
Mhm.
and again, it's not that you necessarily have an issue because the costs are okay, but like if we're talking about bringing the if we're trying to bring the conversion up, then the only thing I can think of is, I mean, what are your thoughts on this? The next round, we have two ad sets, okay? One ad set is going to be literally what we just spoke about. The second ad set, the tweak that we're going to make is we're going to say free trial at the ad level as well. And on the calendar page, we're going to say free trial. So you have two ad sets, pretty much the exact same ads. The only thing is the copy slightly different and the calendar page is different. So that would be my next suggestion in terms of what we can do in order to like be as efficient as possible with time and energy. Because like I know from what I've seen the last few weeks, I know that if we create another ad set, create the perfect lead ads in there, I'm pretty sure this ad set's going to perform. So we're not wasting time and energy. And this one is kind of like this is the control, and then this one's the variable. We're trying to see if this one outperforms this one. That's what's going through my head in terms of what I would do.
Yeah, yeah. And then with that free trial setup, um, using that Claude,
I like that one. Yeah.
that one, yeah,
Mm.
like because it like ties in the 20K and in the system, it's like, but you get a free trial.
It was just much cleaner, the wording and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. So does that make sense? So
yeah.
basically, when did we launch this ad set?
This one, 10/31, Friday.
Okay, Friday. Um, so I mean, let's make a habit of like launching things on like maybe Thursdays because then we launch on Thursday, get some results, Friday results, might be a little bit slow on the weekends, but then maybe me, and then this way me and you can talk about things on Mondays.
Okay. So this Thursday,
Yeah.
if
So
nothing pops off,
I mean, it's not even if nothing pops up, like regardless of whether something pops off or not, let's still do that.
okay. So the two ad sets, these as the control with the new guy, the single, the individual, and then the free trial.
So basically, here's what's going to happen on Thursday. On Thursday, either this is going to continue to perform or it's not going to perform. Okay. Regardless of that, we're still going to create two ad sets. And this ad set is going to have the two new ads, which plus the winners in here. This same thing, but free trial copy and then free trial counter page. And then if this is working as well, we'll still keep this. But if this is not working, we'll shut this off and just have those two assets. So either 2 to 3 assets will be running here in about a few days.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what's brewing in my head in terms of what we can do on the marketing side of things. What else is brewing in your head, bro?
Mm, that's it. Then obviously just like the free trial, like how we run that one. But we already went through that as far as like, so that makes sense. But I think more just like actually getting into the practice of doing it, right? Collecting that. Just because it's unknown, but everything else makes sense. That's the main thing. Just like, hey, I'm getting these people, I'm getting on the phone with them. It's going, seems they're doing much better in terms of the calls. So I'm like, let's just keep it going. Because
Yeah. It's good that we're finally back and getting some rhythm going again. Um, but yeah, so in terms of the free trial again, like I don't want to spend too much time and energy talking about that right now because we'll cross that bridge when we need to cross that bridge. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think I don't think there's much to it. I mean, again, I'll spend more time and think on it and share information with you if and when that pops off. So the moment you get somebody from the free trial, just keep me posted. Let me know. It might be worth actually just like doing a regular conversation, not even mentioning a free trial, just see if we can get away with it.
yeah,
That'd be cool. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like we say the free trial and then we just conduct it like a regular thing and see if somebody bats an eye or not. If they don't bat an eye, we just fucking we just go with it.
yeah.
What else, bro?
That's it. That's it. No, that's the main thing. The other thing is just this other guy for Wednesday. I had a call with him scheduled for today, and then he's like, "Oh, let's do Wednesday, right?" So it's the second time he's rescheduled. So that's the only thing where I'm like, let's see if he actually shows this time.
Okay. Was the discovery call good or was it a weird one?
No, it was well. It was the one that I told you that he's already doing the 6 weeks. It's just a different thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now.
So that's why I'm like, bro, like you're already almost there.
Yeah, yeah. What did he say in terms of like rescheduling? How many times did
He
he schedule?
said, so this is the second time.
Okay. What was the reason for the first one and the second one?
The first one, he said he was so he was doing a tournament. He was a tournament over the weekend, and then today he's like, I have a meeting that went over, so let's do it Wednesday. I'm like, for sure Wednesday? He's like, yeah, yeah, that works. I'm like, all right,
Okay, cool, cool. It's understandable. Okay, well, just keep me posted. Let me know.
gotcha. But that's it, man.
All right,
Keep
bro.
you posted. Thank you.
Jeremy, you there? Mason, hope you're doing well, bro.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
You're okay. So, Mr. Jeremy, what problem are we aiming to solve today?
I almost messaged you and said it's probably not worth it for me to jump on today just because this month has been kind of a cluster for me. First couple of weeks of October, I don't know what I had, but I ended up quite a bit of time with doctors and all that crap. And then I was able to finally go on vacation. And then last week, all last week was just digging out of the snow avalanche of everything that had happened during vacation. And really, yesterday and today are the first days I've been able to actually kind of get back to normal. So, the big things, I obviously I have all your messages and I listen to those a couple times on vacation again. I'm studying some things to try and, relieve myself of the pressure on the service delivery, like we've talked about, trying to find a way to get to that 80/20 or 70/30 split where I'm spending most of my time on acquisition. Um, I'm working with 6 people right now, again, through referrals and stuff, trying to get them signed. So, I'm not dead. Even though I haven't been running ads, I'm still getting referrals, still getting people talking to me. Um, I am studying one of the things, I don't know if everybody else has seen this, but Go High Level released their outbound AI agent that will call leads and book them for you. So I've been watching some videos. I'm going to create one for myself. And I talked to a couple of the clients that are having a hard time actually making phone calls for themselves to see if maybe they would like to test it, just see how it works. One of the drawbacks I think I saw to it is that it only works from 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 p.m. I was hoping that it would be a thing where you could have it call after hours, because that's probably, I think, 70% of the problems with the people who I'm getting leads for is they come in after hours. And by the time they get back into the morning and call, it's too late. So I may still try to figure out something if I can't figure out Go High Level to help them. Of course, I've tried to sell them on VAs and all that good stuff too, to really no avail. But my goal is to start getting some ads going here again before the end of the year and kind of get back into a rhythm of getting people, leaving leads for me as opposed to just doing the referrals. Although I got to say, that's been really nice. I just got to figure out um, if anybody will let me kind of sneak in on their ID. So far, nobody has allowed it. So the 2 people I know who have given me referrals have both basically told me no. So, and I've tried everything. Like, I'll give you 10% back of anything I sell through your ID, $100 off a month, whatever, let me know, and just not having any luck. So, like I said, not a whole lot going on for me. I just got 3 people well, 6 people that 5 of the 6 I feel pretty good about. One, she's talking to me. They're building a spa, but they're waiting on some zoning approvals. So the other 5, though, I kind of feel pretty good about. So October was kind of tried to rest and relax month, but you know, other than just a little break out in Colorado, I didn't get much.
Yeah. How did you okay. So And I know I sent you a lot, and there's a lot to like chew on there. What are kind of like your takeaways, or what are the main things that kind of like were going through your head after listening to that stuff? 'Cause that's where my head is at. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that 6 clients and five are doing well, but that doesn't, yeah, that hearing
Well,
about
currently I'm working with 8 different people. I have 6 more in the hopper. So
that's right, man. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, I've just got 6 more that I'm trying to get signed.
Right, right.
And 5 of the 6 I feel pretty good about. So, I mean, everything's working. The system is working. The big complaints, the chirping I get out of everybody still is, well, these leads aren't working. I can't get a hold of them. I tried calling them. They don't answer. I did before I went on vacation, um, what was his name? Aiden? Is that his name? The guy I spoke to that showed me the landing pages. We worked together a little bit, and for 2 of the clients that were really struggling, I designed landing pages based off his designs that were working. Of course, we're in different industries, but I took the basics structure of it and ran those for those 2 people for a full week, and their leads went to 0. They just bottomed out, nothing. I went back the week before I left town, turned their forms back on, but added a bunch of questions to the forms to see if I could maybe make the person drive a little deeper and become a little bit more committed. And they started getting leads again. So people are answering the questions, and the questions are kind of things like on a multiple choice, like how interested are you in GLP or this specific offer? I'm ready to go. I'm just curious. I've never heard of this before, stuff like that. And then have you ever done this before? And if so, what were your results? What's the best, do how ready are you to book an appointment? Just things like that, trying to judge if they're good. So they're getting leads. They're just not able to get these people on the phone. And I think a lot of it, when I look at their opportunities, and you click on and see when the opportunity was created, it'll say something like November 1st, 10:59 p.m. So they're clearly laying in bed, scrolling through the phone, filling out their information, and then not answering the phone when they start getting called. So I'm just trying, and I've tried doing things, obviously all of them have the opportunity for them to just pay a small deposit and book it right then and right there, and none of them do that. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to help them, but on the other hand of that, I'm trying to detach myself just a little from it so that I can get back into the acquiring of customers so that,
Have you
I can be better that way.
tried messenger ads?
I haven't done messenger ads yet. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the people I'm working with, save minus 2 of them, are technologically challenged people because that seems to be who I always end up with. So, um, you know, I have access to all of their Facebook and all that, and they don't answer the messages they get from people just out of the blue asking questions for them. So I'm not sure how good that would be, to be honest with you, but I'd be willing to try it.
So the reason I ask is, every industry is a little bit different. Like it was good that you tried the instant form, going to a landing page. Is it possible that maybe you need to go to a different kind of landing page, make it look a little bit different? It's possible. Is it possible that, it's the tweaking up the offer? It's possible. But from what I've seen in variable, for most med spas, it's the instant form ads. So I'm just saying like, hey, is it worth trying a messenger ad and see if you could crack something? Maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can't. Because again, it's just every industry, something works. The reason I bring that up is when it comes to Cam and Aman, that's literally all they do. They just set up some messenger ads, I think. Actually, it might be instant form ads, but it's just some texting going back and forth. It's like, hey, when are you
Yeah.
available? I'll come in. Cool. I'll see you then. There's not a bunch of like following up and everything. And I don't know if it's possible to do something like that for med spas, but if it's not, I mean, I'm still, I'm leaning on the side of like, dude, this is just how it is. It's just how it is. This is
Yeah. That's starting to become my answer is, listen, if I get you 100 leads, you're probably going to get to talk to about 10 of them. And out of those 10, it's, you got to get them.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to set that expectation in onboarding calls. So the people chirping about it's not even like they're complaining. It's just they're letting me know what's going on because I ask them all the time. I always check in with everybody Monday, Wednesday, Friday. How's it going? What can you tell me? Can you hear, let me know what you're seeing, what you're hearing. How do you think the ad is working to the people you do get to talk to? What are they saying? Um, One thing that I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but at one point in Ads Manager, there was a setting that let you turn the autofill off, and now it's gone. I wish that would come back because I think a lot of times people are, you know, on their wife's computer, their husband's iPad or phone or whatever, and they click on that ad, and because it's auto-filled, I don't know if it's automatically getting submitted or if it's just somebody like, oh, I think my wife would like this, and they click it and send it through, and it's auto-filled. There was a period of about a month there where with most, if not all of my clients, I could turn that off when I created a form. Now it's gone. I wish they'd bring that back because I noticed a lot of improvement, I thought, when that was off. That all being said, though, the people who have always been good at getting sales are still doing good at getting sales.
Yeah.
So it's to me, like you said, I'm one of these people I kind of have to learn the hard way. My lady in South Carolina, the lady in Vancouver, Washington, and there's one other one. They just, it doesn't matter what I run, they get sales. They come up with a really good offer, they get sales, they upgrade people, they make their money. So I think I'll have those two or three people for life as long as I don't mess something up. The other people, I just think I can't obviously track exactly what they're doing with their phone calls and stuff like that because they usually call from their med spa phone number. I've tried to encourage them to call um, with Go High Level so I can see when the calls are being made because you can kind of go in and monitor that stuff. They don't do it, but I just think there are some people who are like, you know what? I get this. I understand it. I know what I got to do. The guy has gotten me to the 10-yard line and I got to put it in the end zone. And then there are other people who are all gung ho at the very beginning
Yeah.
and then they give up.
This is I exactly. I don't know if I've told you that before, but like that's been my case too. It's like I've got a few studs, got a few duds, got a bunch of average people.
Yeah.
So, look, somebody like you, it's I set up the ad, set up the funnel, and I don't worry about you. You closing deals. Same thing with Cam. Right? You guys close deals, Ryan. I've had a few of you guys that just I'm not worried. And then there's other guys that for the life of me, I can't help no matter what. I just cannot
Yeah.
help. It's just
I,
so skills that in
it's
terms of nurturing.
like, I think you always say the word dopamine hit. When that lead comes through or I get an email from a referral or whatever, I kind of go on alert. Everything becomes like you can sense things better. That's how I feel. And I've got two or three people like that. I think they're the exact same way. And they speak my language. They know what I'm saying. All I have to do is say, well, are you doing this? And, no, I'm not. And they go right back to it. So I wish there was a way.
There isn't. You're gonna have some studs and you're gonna have some studs and you're gonna have a bunch of
Yeah, I'm gonna, and I've added it to like all my discovery calls and sales presentations where I heavily, and even onboarding, heavily stress if you don't make these phone calls, if you aren't consistent with it, this will fail and you will waste your money. Do you understand that? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then a month in, I just can't get a hold of anybody. And well, are you making a call every single day? Well, not every day. And you're like, well, there it is. I mean, so like you said, I did spend a lot of time.
Yeah, that I want to go back to that. Is like that, I can't, there's not much I can do when it comes to all this stuff. We've been talking for the last 30 minutes, and all I can really do is I can listen to you, I can empathize with you, and I can tell you if you're going crazy,
Yeah,
but I can't, there's not much. I mean, I can do other than
that's
text
why,
messenger as
that's what I said, why I said what I said on Slack. Koshik, when the meat's on the table, I eat it. I do
yeah,
well. I'm trying to, for myself, take everything you said in those voice notes and apply them. It's hard because my natural position as a business owner has always been, you hired me, I'm going to do a good job for you. I'm going to give you everything you said and that I told you I'd do and more. So it's very hard for me to kind of cut that umbilical cord and say, I've done everything I told you I was going to do. It's your fault now. So it's hard to do that because I'm very service oriented. But I spent a lot of time kind of pondering the things you were talking about. And yeah, I'm going to do my best to try to. I've got notes on my phone, which you wouldn't be able to see, but what I wrote was endeavor to get 80% client acquisition and 20% service delivery and time worked. Find a way to consistently get sales meetings and close meta and referrals. Set up a system where the customer can work on their own for the most part. Allow for questions during the week for certain amounts of time. Charge extra for that. Get better at service delivery for clients. Then look at getting another person to do sales or service delivery or sales for either them or for me. Turn the agency into more of a coaching program, question mark. Listen back to Koshik's messages for more ideas. And every time I listen to your message, I'd have another bullet point to add and another bullet point to add. So that's what I'm going to start kind of trying to turn the Titanic that way. If that makes.
It's either from what I'm hearing from you, Jeremy, it's for the client acquisition. I mean, I think what was happening for you, by the way, is when you launched the ads and you're initially getting some results, it didn't make sense to me at the moment because I'm like, what's going on here? And then it made sense to me down the road. It's probably because of Andromeda. And I think that because you create some brand new thing, it felt completely brand new. The algorithm just kind of push it for a little bit and then gave you some stuff. And then from there, it's
Yeah.
like you create more stuff. And because you weren't, it kind of died out. So you have a few options, in my opinion. Play the Facebook ads game, Andromeda, and compete with everybody else. It's up to you. From what I've seen a year plus into this with you, your meeting telling you that is kind of like you telling your clients, "Hey, did you follow up with all leads? Did you call?"
Yeah.
Your answer to you is no, and so your answer to me is no. And so just if you're not going to do that, it's okay. If that's just not, it's not, and so your other option is you either gotta, at least we talked about, you either gotta create your own Facebook, spend a few months building that out, and make yourself look like a med spa. I don't know how you feel about that. Or two, you buy a Facebook from somebody. You take somebody so it's already ran a med spa or something like that, and you just buy their shit. That's it. Those are your only
Never
two.
thought of that.
Yeah, those are your only two options. If you're telling me like, hey, I talked to all these people, they won't give it to me, those are your two options. And if I was you, I would be doing that ASAP. I would have been working on that yesterday.
You mean so I can get the referrals and things of that nature?
That's it. That's it. That's literally it. I know it's simple, but it's not easy. I know that. It's simple, but it's not easy. Look at all the referrals you got, man. Look at all the look at
Yeah.
all you got. It's
Well,
because
that's just coming from a couple of people. If I could put my hand on it and put my hands on the steering wheel a little bit better, I think I'd do a lot better.
so
Um,
too.
so
And
yeah, I'd never thought about buying one and you mentioned in your deal about creating one. Um, yeah, I'd have to search the groups that I have gone through a bunch of groups to see if I could just like join.
yeah,
And they always ask for like your esthetician license or business license or something like that. So that's where I get stuck. But the fella in Minnesota, he said no, but not, don't ever ask me again. He was, I think, I started with him in September. His thing was kind of a wait and see. Let me feel you out and see if I can believe in who you are and trust you, and then we'll go. And he has sent me a couple of referrals. So I'm getting close. Just hang in there with me. That guy is that's my Obi-Wan Kenobi right now. He's my hope. And but like I said, in all your messages, I hear everything you're saying. I want to find for myself when I do get back to running ads, or even in the discovery and sales calls and even onboarding. I thought I had made that pivot to being like, look, if you don't do this, it will fail, and was like really driving that home. And I just think there's a lot of people they're so excited and in the moment and they like it and they sound like it's going to work and they'll say, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then they don't.
it's
And
not.
I just got to find some way to,
You can. I'll tell you right now, you won't. It's
Yeah.
human. They don't know what they're getting themselves into until it starts, and then some people are just cut out for it, and some people are not. It just is what it is. Some people are extroverts, some people are introverts, some people have the skills that are required, some people like doing the things, some people don't. And so again, it's just a number, and this is why I keep saying over and over. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's like you're trying to like you're trying to like work on this faucet here and you're like tinkering with it. And I'm like, dude, you got this bleeding, cutting thing. We just gotta tape this damn thing up and you're gonna
I
be okay.
hear I know you
And
probably
and then
frustrated. It's not that I don't hear you, and I would prefer the
and it's
referral
just
system.
yeah, and that's it because and if you do that, then I promise you it'll switch up your mindset where you're like, oh my God, I just got clients coming in left and right. I get some people are gonna be some duds. And what happens is you stop playing defense. I know you come from a good place. I know you've got a great heart. I know you want to help people out, but I think you're gonna respect your time a little bit more, your energy a little bit more, and you're just gonna let the chips fall where they may. Again, I know that I care about my guys, but also you could probably sense that for me is like I let the chips fall where they may. I do my best, but then I'm not gonna pull my hair out. And I think you're going to do more of that as well. Once you have,
I'm already, I can just tell you I'm already trending that way.
yeah,
I I can feel little things being let go. So, it just takes time for me sometimes. That's all. It just takes time for me to like, you know, I I I have a hard time giving up, letting go of something. And then once I begin to loosen my grip a little bit and you realize, oh my gosh, it's not going to be the end of the world, you know, it's okay. It's like the guy who I don't know if you've ever heard the story about the guy who was descending a mountain. He was stuck on a rope, and it gets real cloudy and snowy, and he's trying to go down, and he can't go any further because he can't see where he's at in relation to the mountain, the ground, or any. And he's just holding on, and he keeps hearing a voice say, let go, just let go of the rope, let go, let go," and he won't do it. And the next morning, some rescuers find him frozen to the rope about 2 feet above the ground. That's kind of it's I have a hard time letting go of that rope because to me, everything about who I am and what I associate my business with is doing good by the customer. That's what I've always done for 20 years. I made a video, they make a few tweaks, they love it, they give me a 5-star review, and that on to the next, and you feel good, makes you feel good. And the part with like getting people where you can't get, whether it was the people in California, the Russian couple, or even some of these customers now who I'm getting leads for, but they don't get the sale. I feel like, well, I feel that pressure like it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. But after listening to your messages and just really thinking about it, like, what else can I do for them? I'm literally bringing people to them. And if they won't make the phone calls, if they won't do what I'm telling them to do, I can't blame myself. They could blame me, but they're not being honest. So I'm starting to get your point there. It just takes me a little while. Like I said, sometimes getting me to change direction would be like trying to change the Titanic's direction. It just takes me a minute. Just hang in there. I'll get there. But the fella in Minnesota is the one that I think will eventually acquiesce and either let me log in under him or he and I can work in tandem because he's very business savvy. Um, but he is so preoccupied. When he talks to me, when he messages me on Slack, he's like, "Man, you're bringing in the leads. I can't, what do I need to do to convert these?" So we had a big conversation on Slack today about, well, what's the issue? What's the problem? What's this? What's that? And I found out he wasn't asking, he was getting appointments, booking people to see him, but then he wasn't collecting a deposit. And I said, "We've talked about this. Why aren't you doing that?" And he's like, "I don't know. I just felt like, I'd risk losing them." I said, "Well, what's the point? What do you have to lose? You're losing them anyway.
yeah,
So, you got zero booked appointments versus zero booked appointment. Or get a card and hold it on file. And if they don't show up to the appointment, you charge them a $50 fee. Just make sure they understand that." So he's a brick and mortar for GLP-1 shots. So yeah, I'm starting to like he's one of the ones I feel like, look, this guy just gets it. He understands that I can only do so much for him, barring picking up the phone and making phone calls for him. I can't do it.
yeah.
So, yeah. But that really, I mean, that gets you up to date with where I am. I think, I may spend a couple an hour here, an hour there, try to figure out the outbound appointment maker for people, put that in place, let them try it. And, but I am at the point where, like I said, I'd like to shift the model to more of an acquisition machine as opposed to just managing people all the time.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have one of the things that attracted me to the whole thing with you back a year or so ago was the idea that this was kind of a copy and paste system. You just change their logo at the top of the page and you just keep moving. And
The niches that are like that, what I've come to find are home service based niches, like Cam, what they're doing. Like it's so simple. It's that they're not tweaking anything. Everything is the same. The problem, again, every business, every niche it's got its own problem. And with med spa, that's the problem. That's the problem that you're choosing. That's the problem.
yeah,
I mean, actually, med spas is very challenging because it's that and it's client acquisition because most people are getting clients through ads. And again, with you, again, I've been here long enough to tell you, like, you gotta. Here's the thing. I know you keep saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna change and this and that." What I'm here to tell you, man, is you've been blessed. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Like, you have been blessed in the sense that like most people give up because they can't get ads to work. And you got this beautiful thing of all these people like send you people, and it's just if I was in your shoes, man, I would put fire in that because that's one of the key reasons why people struggle with that niche. There's two issues. One, client acquisition because most people are using paid ads, and then two, ads just not working for most people, or not most people, like just most people getting average dud results. It's
right.
just part of the game. That's just part of the game. There's nothing you can do about it. Other than if I was in your shoes, I would try messenger ads, give that a shot. Aside from that, it just is what it is.
All
And
right.
the only way to get out of that and do more of a copy and paste thing, that's you going back to the drawing board and doing a different niche, like painters or duct cleaning or one of these. That's what I've seen is like very copy and pasteable.
Yeah. Well, and I will tell you, I mean, for the most part, to get them the leads, that's copy and pasteable as far as like once I've got the client.
Mhm.
So once I've got the client, I'm just duplicating landing pages and forms and ads and all
What's
that stuff. So I'm
what's
doing
not,
okay there.
what's not copy and pasteable for you?
Um, the service delivery. I mean,
That's what I meant though. Like, what do you mean by
yeah.
like
Say
that
that
is
again.
how are you defining service? The way I define service delivery is everything that happens after somebody transacts with me. So the onboarding, the ads I set up.
Oh, for me, service delivery is like they actually get appointments. That's what I'm saying. Or product. I don't know what you call it. Their client acquisition.
Yeah. So
Um,
service delivery just like broadly defines everything that's involved. So you're talking about getting, yeah. So what you're talking about is a specific aspect of service delivery. So for me, one of my biggest challenges is it's very like getting you results, getting Estalon results, getting Mason results. It's so all over the place. It's so
right.
hard. It's not copy and pastable. Versus I know if I were just to do painters, man, it's the same thing for every single one of them. It's super easy. And
Yeah.
so with med spas, that's the challenge, is because there's just so much variability because of just like how the leads are, because of instant form, because it's low intent, because it's such a high volume game, because there's so much competition. It really requires people to be very skilled when it comes to getting the leads in, closing the deal, this and that.
Yeah.
Versus, man, you set up an ad for like a duct cleaner. I don't care if they got an IQ of like freaking 20. It's just texting, hey, when you're available, I'm gonna come by. Yeah, cool. And then it's you don't have to do anything. It's so easy. So again, that's the pro of that niche. So
Good to see. I now know what you think a 20 IQ level person, hey, they must text on a giant phone.
that's a quality IQ for sure. That's what I would assume.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I probably should have messaged you. It's just like I said, October was a weird month, but
It's okay.
that vacation, that was the first one I got to take in 2 years. And then of course, right beforehand, I think, I don't know about you, but when I go through something kind of stressful, my body will pack it all in, and then when it's over, I get sick.
Yeah, I'm the same.
That was when I was breaking up with you know who. And when it finally got done, I just got really sick.
Yeah. That's
And nobody could figure out what was wrong with me, and they were running blood tests about every other day. And I
So
kept telling him I'm just recovering from a very stressful, a year and a half of just stress.
I am so glad you got rid of her then. That's no joke, man. That's
Yeah,
no.
I think there's like 3 or 4 hours every week that I just don't even know what to do with it. I mean, I find things to do, but it's like I don't have a text going off every 5 minutes or a message or something telling me that this isn't working. Or it's just so nice. So, and just in the time, with that free time, I've been able to like study some stuff and try to figure some things out and help the other people who are paying me a lot more money and book a few things here or there on the side that pays way more than what I was getting paid just for all the crap I was doing. So it was just a big relief. But
Good.
yeah, I know like I keep telling you I'm slow to change. It takes me a minute to change the direction. But that for you should be a green flag. Like that,
Look, it was. Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
these notes about changing into being a more of an acquisition, that was the first step, was shedding that anchor.
yeah.
And once that happened, I'm just now freer to help these people when they need it. But I kind of have the mindset of, okay, I can't do that again.
Right.
That was what all of these were going to turn into eventually. And I just can't let that happen. So I learned what I needed to learn out of that relationship, and now I'm moving forward. So, but that was the first domino that had to fall for me to start doing kind of what you needed me to do. So I'm working on it.
Good, good. I know, you're here bi-weekly. I think Cam and Aman are gonna come hang out with us maybe next week. I would encourage you
Okay.
to come hang out with us. I don't know, man. Those guys just I was talking to Aman, and he was like, man, I thought people talk about the grass is green on the other side, and I thought there was gonna be some bull crap there, and I got there and I realized it's even greener than I thought it'd be. And so he seems really happy. Both those guys, I think they're at a place where, they're taking home 15K per month. They're both really happy. Um, like happy, like not just like it's not like a thing of like work, but it's like they actually enjoy it. So I want to bring them on, hang out with us, but I just thought I'd bring that up because I know,
Yeah, I just moved it. I'll be there next week.
okay, cool, cool.
All right.
Anything else you want to go over before I move on to Esteban?
No, no. Yeah, Estelon, welcome to the crew, man.
Have you
Uh,
guys met yet?
I have not met him. I think I was either out of town or
Esteban,
last week.
let's do this.
So,
So
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate it.
whenever we have a new member, I like to let him ask a question. Esan, do you want to maybe ask a question, kind of get Jeremy's perspective? Jeremy's been here for about a year and a half. He basically
26 years.
he's been a professional for decades. He jumped in another program for another guy. I'm not going to say his name. One of my competitors had a terrible experience with him. Had to fight tooth and nail to get him in. And a few months ago, he sent me a message like, "Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for pushing me over the edge." And I stopped up a little bit. Anyways, you want to ask maybe him a question? You've been here for a few weeks now, bro. But like, do you want to maybe ask a question? I just want to give you a little bit of context, so maybe he'll give you a response that might pertain to you. Maybe that kind of gets the wheels turning in terms of what kind of question you might want to ask Jeremy.
Okay. What would you say is the number two things that you've learned in your digital marketing experience?
Listen to
Um,
everything Koshik tells you and do it. A, because it works, and B, if you don't, you get embarrassed in front of everybody on the calls every week.
okay.
Um, but I think, uh, boy, that's a big question.
Was your question two of the most important things or two things you learned? Because I know Jeremy's probably learned a few hundred things at this point.
Yeah.
Well, the most important things he's learned. So kind of like a combination.
Well, gosh, that is huge. I know for myself, I enjoy learning something new. I'm be turning 51 here in a few months. I enjoy it, keeps me young, keeps me fresh minded, keeps me, kind of where I don't feel like an old man. Um, but this just constant in my business, I was primarily a videographer, video company, video production company, editing the whole 9 yards. That can get very stale. after a while. So one of the, and maybe it's not that I've learned it, but one of the things I really appreciate about this is you cannot be stagnant. You always have to stir the Kool-Aid. You're always having to figure out a new way, find a new way, and stay on your toes and learn because Koshik will come up with something. Mason will come up with something. One of the other guys on here will come up with something that you can implement and it makes it work. Um, and then, you know, you'll get that all figured out. And then Facebook will drop Andromeda or something like that. And you're back to square one. So there's some frustrations and stuff like that. But there's always a way out of the maze. This group is very important. Being here consistently, listening, throwing things at Koshik or Mason or even the other guys, communicating where you're having some troubles, where you're having some frustrations, and just being patient with the process. Because it, on the surface, like one of the things that drew me to Koshik's program through his ads was, and even some of the stuff he sent me initially was like, oh, this is easy. You just do this, 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 and this, and it works. But what you don't see is kind of like the duck on the water. The duck floating on the water looks really good, but underneath the water, his legs are going 1,000 miles an hour. So it this you got to be patient because what looks really easy actually is not. It's tough. You got to figure things out. You got to work hard. Um, as far as like what I've learned, I think the thing I've learned and appreciate another thing is that when you do get decent at it, and I don't think there's anybody that ever gets to a point where you're like, you know, a Jedi Knight, you got it all figured out. But that recurring income, once you get it going, like I have 8 people right now, and at the beginning of every month, every one of them, I get an automatic payment. That is so nice. The pressure of having to as a video production company, like every month it starts over. You got to go find 2 new clients to get 2 or 3 videos made, and you get excited and you have a little celebration. You realize the next month's coming and you got to do it all over again and then all over again. And so your revenue is kind of just always doing this. With this, I'm kind of more flatlined and kind of know what to expect, and I know how much money's coming in every month. That's such a relief. And you know, anything I add to it just makes it even easier to breathe. Um, I know I'm not
Don't
really giving you a good answer for like what I've learned because I think that,
don't get complacent like him though. That's the thing I keep yelling at Jeremy about. He came from a
yeah,
place of like freaking out where's the money gonna come from, and then now we got him like 8 clients, and now he's kind of let his foot off the gas in terms of client acquisition, which is the thing that got him here. And
yeah,
so that's what I'm kind of beating him up on, where he's talking about like, listen to Coach Hugo, he's gonna torture you. So I've been torturing about the same thing
yeah.
for 2 months.
I
Because I
sometimes I'm like, man, I know what's going to happen in this call, so I just gotta go in and take my medicine. But it's okay though because I think Koshik, you know, just like anybody who's in a leadership position, he gets frustrated, he sees potential in you. Maybe this is something I've learned. When I was a kid, I know I don't look like it now, but I was an athlete. I played baseball all the way through college on a nationally ranked baseball team. If I'd been 3 years younger, I would have got to play against Albert Pujols in baseball. Um, that was the level I was on. And ever since I was a kid, I through coaching and through my dad telling me things, I learned that if the coach isn't talking to you, if he's not telling you how to get better, if he's not telling you to do this, do that, probably means you don't have any potential and he's not wasting his time on you. Because I would get really frustrated when I was a little kid, like, dude, I'm the only one hitting the ball. I can throw it straight, I can catch it, I can get a ground ball every now and then. And the coach is always on my butt, but he doesn't care about the kid over here who couldn't catch a cold. And what you learn is that coach is doing that because he sees your potential and he wants you to get there. And he might not say it the nicest way. I got cussed out from one side of the wall to the next when I was a kid and had to run all over God's green earth. But that was only because that coach saw something in me. And was he pissed off and angry? Yeah, probably. But the pissed off and angry didn't come from a place of hate. It came from a place of, I see what you could be and you're not doing it. And so that's why I appreciate the tough love for Mason and Koshik and some of the other fellas sometimes is that accountability of, don't let yourself, don't get down, don't get mad at Koshik if he gets on to you or if anybody else comes on and says, you're not doing this. It's there. It's right, like he's doing with me a little bit tonight. Um, it's not coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of, dude, I see where you could go and you're not doing it. So always listen to what he says, maybe not how he says it, was the way my dad always told me about coaching. But I just think, I think this group, this little brain trust is what I tell all my clients. I use it as a selling point that I get on calls almost every week with my brain trust, these guys, and I take you in there and I tell them what I'm struggling with and they all provide. So, um, yeah, I know I'm not answering your question probably the way you're looking for, Estelan, but give me some more time to think on that and I could probably give you a better answer. But I just think you've made a good decision. I think if you've been in it now for a couple, 3 weeks and you're learning it, you're gonna have moments where you're like, what am I doing? I've wasted my money. This was frustrating. It's not helping. And then it will. I think like anybody who's ever worked out before, you go and work out in a gym and you do exercise and you're pumping weights and you don't see any difference. And then you go somewhere and somebody goes, dude, what are you doing? You look great. And you're like, oh, it is working. So patience is going to be a big, big thing for you. Listening to what you're being told, implementing those things, and turning your frustration into drive. If you can figure out how to do that, you'll be okay.
Hey, appreciate it, man. All I wanted to hear was your experience, so there's no right answer, you know. I wasn't looking
Yeah,
for anything but your
I
experience.
I go up and down, but I'm telling you, it's probably I've been in business since 2003, so 22 years. It's made my life a lot easier. I'll just say that. Even with the stress of like dealing with these clients and coming on here and taking my medicine and my lumps sometimes, it's just made my life a lot easier because when the bank account, I check that, it's all good. It's worth it.
Has it
So
always been paid ads or digital marketing
say
since
that again.
has it always been digital marketing since 2003?
No, no. I started purely as a video production company.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then I became kind of a photographer, website designer, graphic designer. I kind of became like a turnkey marketing company. If you were starting a company and needed to get information and content out, you'd come to me and I'd create that. I'd make your logo, I'd build your website, I'd create videos, I'd manage your social media, run Google ads for you, run some social media ads. But I didn't have a system to bring people to my door. It was just literally like, I got to go to another chamber meeting and shake hands and kiss babies and tell everybody how great I am. And that just got old, and there was no consistency. Like one month I'd make $15,000. Next month I'd make nothing. And, or you'd have a month where you'd get a whole lot of work in and you'd spend all your time working on that and nothing going back into building your pipeline. And so I'd get done with all that work and then I'd be like, well, now what? And I got to spend 2 months building business. Then I'd work on the business. Then I'd get out of it. And it was just this cycle of money, no money, money, no money. So I wanted something to level that out. And that's what this has been. The cool thing is all of the stuff that I've learned over the time being in business, video, website design, graphic design, all that stuff is here. And Koshik knows this about me. My favorite part of the whole thing is helping people. Like, there's not a better feeling in the world. First of all, the first good feeling is getting them as a customer. The second good feeling is all the stuff you do and it works and they're happy. That's like what I'm always chasing. And that's what distracts me from being the acquisition machine Koshik wants me to be. Because I get the customer and then I get really kind of blindsided by, I got to get them some sales. I got to get them some, and instead of concentrating on bringing in my next sale. So that's what I'm trying to change. So just do your very best, listen to the guys, and you'll be just fine. Have you gotten to the point where you've picked a niche yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's going to be that's going to be very important in listening to all these guys and their experience. You know, like Coach Eek is saying, what Amon and Cam are doing, that might be next week a very important meeting for you to be on.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
yeah, if they've got a system that's working and it's just like turning money over for them, yeah, that may be where I end up in a few months if I can't pull myself up to the place where I feel like I may need the less friction the better. But I still kind of want to conquer this med spa thing, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah. So, Eslan, hopefully that answered your question. To the so Jeremy, he's been doing this for 28 plus years. He's done a little bit of everything, but in terms of like specifically using paid ads to get clients and then running paid ads for clients, just like sticking to that, that's been just a year with us.
Yeah.
So if what he's trying to get across again, Jeremy's he's quite a storyteller, but
Sorry.
the thesis of the story is basically because he was like you, I love you to death, bro, but because he was doing a lot of things like you have been in the past, revenues up and down, kind of looking here, looking there, and instead of building one darn thing that just can scale to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month and then consistently, predictably month after month after month. So because he kind of like, sat down, like, okay, fine, I'll do this thing. That's what ultimately gave him the thing that he's been looking for the past 20 years, which is consistent income every so month where he's not chasing people down and doing this and that. The thing is, and again, I'll explain this to you, but he's getting a little bit complacent. Again, I'll talk to you about that later, but he's got a blessing in disguise. He's got a bunch of referrals that come to him, which is why he's turned off the thing that got him here. So it's like there's a thing that got you here, man. You can't turn off the thing that got you here. And so, but we'll talk about that. But hopefully that answers
You,
your question.
you have to take your medicine a little bit.
Give him his medicine a little bit. But yeah, Jeremy, thank you so much for your time, man, with Essalon and kind of giving your 2 cents and a little bit about your experience. But was there anything else? Or if not, I'm gonna move on to Essalon and Righteous. Help those guys out.
I'm all good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll see you next week, okay?
Okay. See you.
Um, let's see here. Righteous. So Righteous, I'm gonna help Righteous out, and then we'll move on to Essalon, okay?
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
So may not be able to hop on to have 2 demo calls this evening. The past week I was so your numbers are really good. It sounds like um into a trial. So what's going on, bro? Give me an update. Did the calls end early? Did you have some no shows?
I had two no-shows so far for today, and my next one is in like an hour. So, but I haven't heard from him either. So it's like, okay, it's back to the sales again. I listened to the call, one of the calls that I had. I don't feel like I even sounded too bad. Um, I just feel like maybe I could have did better at selling the sales call maybe because like I can hear like what they're saying as far as like their pain and frustration. Like this guy, his name is Darren, and his pain point was he's stuck with a general contractor working for him, and
You go ahead, actually, go ahead.
he said that his bottleneck is that when working with a general contractor, they take a big cut. So he's not really able to make enough to where he can afford, to even hire crews so that he can even focus on the marketing estimates and sales and stuff like that. And I felt like the call went pretty good, but this guy just he didn't show up. Let me
That was
see.
gonna be my question is like, so how many, it sounds like you've booked okay, let's have a look at your numbers actually. Because okay, it sounds like you booked 5 demo calls like pretty much this past week. So out of those 5, have you talked to any of these people or you haven't talked to any of these people yet on a sales call?
Haven't talked to anybody yet.
Okay. So 5 you booked and then 2 of them were for today that no showed and then you got a third one and we're gonna see if he shows, but you haven't heard from yet.
Yeah,
Okay. So do you feel like it's a them thing where maybe they're not enough pain, they're not have enough intent, they're not serious enough, or do you think it's a you thing?
me for
Think
sure.
so? Think so?
Yeah,
What makes
still.
what makes you
I
say it's a you thing?
I listened to Cam's new this discovery call,
Mhm.
and like just his energy and tonality is just like next level. I'm like I feel like maybe there's still a little bit like how do you put it? Like confidence just in knowing like I can actually help him. And maybe just a few parts of like still sounding like I'm reading a script. So just still that part.
Okay. Oh, um, um, I think let's see what the numbers look like going into next week. Okay. Because you book five. So it's like we've got the marketing down. Actually, let me have a look at your numbers real quick. So I saw you've done quite a few calls. These are from the niche funnel, or these are from, oh no, these are the hook calls from the free to fee stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to clean that up too. I had deleted some out, but I still have to get it to where it's just like the call funnel
Yeah.
calling.
I saw there was like 100 calls or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like that was like from like when I first ever started making calls. So
Yeah, I was like, that is nuts. I was happy though. I was like happy to see it. It was bittersweet. For me, it was like the sweet part was like how many calls you've done, how much volume you've done, and just recording and document. The bitter part was like, man, I want to see his number be higher. I want to see his conversion rate be a little bit higher. But just like you doing the numbers and the volume was like it was good to see. I liked it. But anyways, okay. So basically, so second to the eighth. Uh, um, Okay, so October 29th to November 4th. October 29th to the 4th. Okay, so I see. Okay. So basically, we had 7 discovery calls booked. We spoke to 5 of these people. So 8, 3, 2, 1, 4 should be around 2, 5 should be around 2. Okay. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I'm sorry, let's see what happened by this time next week, okay? By this time next week, bro, I'm guessing that and try to push your sales calls to like happen urgently instead of like, and I think you probably are, but like try to like just jam pack next week with sales calls, okay? So if somebody says to you, oh, I can't talk until Friday or Saturday, be like, hey man, so we only have 2 spots available for this. And within this location, I don't know what the fuck you need to say. I'm not gonna spend too much time here. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time here, but point is like try to do it because here's the reason I'm asking is I want to see what your numbers are, your conversion rates are by the end of next week. So I'd like to see you do 12, 13 sales calls if possible. And then from there, bro, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. If you have not closed at least 1 or 2 more deals, my suggestion is gonna be the same thing I'm telling Aiden to do is like get somebody else to do some sales for you at this point. Just straight up. Just straight up. And honestly, even somebody like Jeremy, be like, yo, Jeremy, what's going on, bro? You want to team up? I got the system. You close the deals. I'll give you a certain percentage. I'll do the service delivery. It's worth it. I think it's worth it because he'll close these deals for you. Um, and so I'm just like coming to you from a place of like just logic and just numbers. Like that would be my piece of advice to you is like, again, I love seeing the heart. Love seeing the dedication, but at some point, bro, it's like, you know, it's it's either your strong suit or it's not. Like Aman, for example, who you've worked closely with, he hates it. He hates sales calls. He can do them, but he fucking hates them, which is why he's with Cam and it works so well for them. He hates that thing, and Cam will always do a better job than him. There's no shame in that because he's going to do the other part very well.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything yet, but I like to see, you know, this time next week, 13 calls. And if you can close 2 deals, collect a good amount of cash, I'll be like, okay, cool, let's keep going. If not, then I think you need to make a pivot. I think you need to bring somebody on to help you out with some sales.
Okay. I saw those 2 videos about bringing somebody on too. It's like for sales. I only checked the beginner one out. I have to look into the
I don't think you even need to do that, bro. Like it's talk to somebody in the crew. Like talk to somebody in this group.
okay.
Talk to somebody in this group. Don't even that because I know that's challenging. Like even me, when I watched that video, I was like, bro, that shit gives me a fucking heart. Like that shit gives me high blood pressure. Like trying to go through that whole thing, trying to find like, bro, fuck all that. I'm gonna go through my pipelines, who the fuck I know that's good at sales and work with them. And I'm sure you can find some people, you know. Yeah. There are plenty of people within our coaching program that would be happy to just probably take some sales off the plate for you and close some deals. So but we'll cross that bridge. If you get to like 13 calls by like mid next week and you haven't closed, just reach out to me and then we'll just talk from there and I'll try to pair you up with somebody.
You saying like 13 discovery calls or sales calls?
Sales calls. So right now you're at 8, right? And you've closed one person out of the 8, right?
Yeah.
And so the person that you close is good. The problem is that you didn't close them for high enough to make your ads profitable. So it's like I want to see you close but collect a decent amount of cash. Um, because yeah, so it's like typically if for 10 sales calls, you're typically gonna close 3 of them. So if we get to like 13 calls and you've closed maybe 2 of them, but like you're closed them on like paying you like $100, like we need we that's not going to pay the bills, you know,
Right.
bringing the cost down so much that that's the only reason that they're saying yeah. Um, yeah. It's like we need you to I'd like to see you comfortably like take, 10 people, close 3 of them on paying you $500 and then, week by week and then you collect a good amount. Like I'd like to see that. Um, bare minimum, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. I think because like I don't know, I feel like if I do like maybe a trial, not like a free trial, but just let them know that it's 2083, but for the first month we break it up into 4 payments. And then, trying to get them to do that or, to agree to do that, it might be much easier getting them to show up to a sales call. Because I talked to Amon and he said that it's kind of him what him and Cam are doing. Um, it's like a trial thing. He said they're doing 421 for the first payment and then like 521 weekly.
Yeah, so they're doing, so are you saying that they say that like on the discovery call before a sales call? Because I thought they do like a one call close or something.
They're doing a one call close now, but I think if I do something like that on a discovery call, that might help, because at least they know the price,
But
they
when
know
I'm,
the trial.
do they say, so is it like, are they hopping on a call, blah, 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 discovery, and they're like, hey, look, here's a deal, here's what we do. It's a trial, blah, 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 here's the price point. If you're cool with that, I'd happily show you how everything works. They say, yeah, and then he pushes them to a Zoom call and they do it right then. Is that what they're doing? Do you know?
No, no, I don't know. I was just thinking that maybe I could try something like that. Like I don't know if I don't think I'm good enough to do the one call close yet. Like I still like doing a discovery and then pushing the sales. But I was just bringing that up. Like maybe I could try something like that.
I don't think sharing the price would be a good move. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that will because that's like gonna add because yeah, that's if people I don't necessarily know that you have an issue yet. Um, if you book 5 and all 5 don't show up, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, bro, something's wrong with you. But if that is the issue, that means like if you're gonna so if you have 5 discovery calls and 5 of them don't show up, and then now you're telling them on top of that, hey man, here's the price, bro, hell no, they're not gonna show up. That's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, whenever you talk about price, that does 2 things. One, the people that are serious are going to come. They're most likely going to the people. Whenever you share price, um, if somebody was really serious about paying, when they show up, you don't have to worry about them because they're going to pay. But the second that happens is anybody that was like kind of on the fence, kind of like potentially going to pay, they're gonna be like, all right, fuck, I'm not even going to show up. I'm not doing the best job explaining this, but like it's not the best move. What I do agree with is you saying something along the lines of, "Hey, look, here's how we do things. It's a trial, like what we spoke of last time. Hey, how we do things. This is a trial. I just need to make sure that you are financially qualified. You can run ads because what we want to do is we want to definitely bridge us into a long-term relationship, assuming we get you some great results. So, do you currently have access to blah blah blah?" Cool, man. So based off of that, man, I think so long as you're willing to like run ads and do a test run for at least a week, like we can definitely help you out, and I think it'd be worth a call. So I think something like that makes sense. But saying like, hey, well, we typically charge $2,083. It's going to be $400 for the first week, and then after that, it's weekly. Da, da, da. I don't think that's the right move. I think that's going to scare people away. The first one makes sense because you're saying it's a free trial.
Right. And they get, I got you. And they get leads from there. And then I see what you're saying.
Your position, the first one, your position is a free trial, which is like, hey man, like you're kind of saying it like, hey man, you just have to be able to spend some money on ads. You're not talking about your service fee. You're not saying anything. You're just like, hey, we're just gonna get you some results on the house as long as you can spend some money on ads. They say versus the second case, you're like, hey, it's $2,083, but we do a week by week thing. You're talking about yourself. They're like, bro, I don't even know you like that. I don't even know if I trust you yet. In the first case, you're leading with, hey, look, I know you don't know me like that. And it's cool. That's why I'm gonna offer you a free trial. I just need you to be able to spend the money on ads. They're like, oh, that's fair, bro. But anyways, I mean, we can talk about that if that's something you want to talk about in terms of scripting that out. Um, but I would say like maybe not here right now because I would have to like sit down and type something out, really think on it, and then send it over to you. So if that's something you want to do, and say, hey, look, I want to try that. I want to try tweaking up the discovery call and offer a free trial. Hey, can you give me kind of a script? Just let me know and I'll type something up and send that over your way. Um, but my main thing is again, bro, like let's try to get like 13 live sales calls this upcoming week. Eight, nine, so three, so eight. So you should automatically be at 10, assuming these two guys show up, and then try to get like three more. And so that means maybe increasing your budget a little bit, bro. Because I just want to see the volume and I want to see if you can close. If you can, cool, we'll just keep it pushing. If not, we need to kind of figure out what we need to do with sales so that we can kind of build some momentum for you.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
I see what you're saying.
yeah, great, bro. Your numbers are fantastic, right? Like your cost per book call is so cheap. Like everything is great. You're like Aiden. You and Aiden are very similar. You guys can get people decent results. Again, you're not gonna get everybody results, but it's decent enough. You gotten a few people results. Like your shit's fucking. There's no reason you're not at 10,000 per month. There's literally no reason. There's no reason. There's nothing that's stopping you other than sales. And again, if it's not your strong suit, cool, bro. Let's bring somebody else on that can do the sales. That's it. And that's your unlock to get to 10,000 per month. That's it. That's literally it.
Got you. Now that makes sense for sure. Because the service delivery stuff, I feel like I do got that down pat. At first, I was a little worried because I was, wasn't able to get Jason results, but was able to get him results, and then finding out like he's not able to work the leads. So it's just like, oh my goodness, uh, just got to keep going.
Yep. Um, what else is top of mind for you, bro?
Um, no, that's it. That's top of mind for me right now.
So I'll help. I'm gonna swing by and help out Estelon. And then if you have your call, obviously hop on, do what you need to do. If they don't show up or if you're available and there's some time, I'll probably like maybe check out the discovery call and just kind of give my 2 cents. Just to
All
kind of move the and time.
all
Um
right. I'll
but
prep for that one and I'll jump back in if I don't hear from them. So,
sounds good.
all right. Thanks.
When's the call supposed to be again? 7:30?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yep. All right.
Um Estelon. What's up, bro? How you doing? You hanging in there? How's your weekend?
My weekend was pretty chill. It was good. Friday hung out with some friends. Um, and Saturday, Sunday kept it chill for the most part.
The event was on Friday or
On
Saturday?
on Saturday, but I
Yeah.
went to and then came right back afterwards.
Oh,
Um,
you went to and you didn't stay at the event?
I mean, I went and I did everything, at the event, but then I just bounced right back home.
Oh,
In other
okay.
words, I didn't do anything afterwards because there's people from the event, then they went out afterwards and all of that.
Okay.
I just kept it chill. I only went out on Friday.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I
What'd you
was
do?
gonna hit you up, man, but I was like, I know you don't want to be around drinking or whatever.
Oh no, I don't mind being around drinking and stuff. Wait, what were you doing Friday?
On Friday, I went with Brea, Brea.
Yeah, yeah.
We went to speakeasy, so we were just chilling there. Had some drinks, and it's like a speakeasy with a show. So
Okay.
like ladies come and dance and stuff.
Okay, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was different, but it was cool.
What's a speakeasy?
Speakeasy is like hidden bars, basically. You can think about it that way.
Uh,
During the Prohibition era where alcohol was basically like illegal to drink, basically bars opened things called speakeasies where it would look like a normal home or something along the lines of that. And generally, speakeasies are really cool setups, or they're like very coolly decorated because it doesn't look like a bar. Then you walk in, it's like the coolest fucking bar you've ever seen.
is it like a secret like hidden door and then you go into like
Yep.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So
bro.
the reason I know that is because my mom's house is actually a speakeasy.
Well,
What?
that's crazy. That's
So
dope.
there's like where the laundry room is, there's a bell, and you ring that bell to alert people that are downstairs that when the cops are there, that they can leave out a certain door.
Is
Pretty
this your
cool.
mom's old place or new place?
My mom doesn't have a new place yet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that her is it like a business or like why does she
No,
have
it's not like a bit. It's not a business. It's just like a house that used to be a speakeasy.
oh, it's a house that used to be a speak. I thought you were saying she still runs it as a speakeasy.
No, no,
I
no,
was
no.
like, yo, your mom is wild.
Yeah, why do you? Yeah, yeah. Why do you think she's always on my ass?
That's what I was saying. I was like, that makes sense. Oh my God. Eslan, bro, Mason came to town. I think it was like 2 years ago. I keep telling the story. His mom is the opposite of him, bro. We're like trying to get inside this bar, and me and Mason are just dressed.
Bar or barn?
It was a bar. I think
Bar. Okay.
I forget what it's called. It's like it's by like Scully's and all like that area. One of the college bars. And we're just dressed pretty chill, pretty normally, not like bums. And then the dude's like, "Oh, you can't get in because of your dress code." And his mom is like, "Yo," she's like going up to his, she like ripped the fucking bouncer. And he was like, "You fucking piece of shit, you little pussy ass bitch." Dude, I'm like, "Yo, that's your mom's."
Yeah.
Bro, that's what, dude. Listen, yeah, because like Koshik was like, "Yo, why aren't you like reacting differently?" I'm like, "Bro, I grew up with this. Like, this is normal, bro." Like,
His mom is his mom is great, and I don't say it like about her. I mean, like, yo, she's like cool. She's like one of those cool moms. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know, Mason, how'd you turn out like that? I don't fucking get it. It's fucking.
But it
Um,
sounds like my situation, bro. My mom is very fucking intense, bro.
really?
Very intense. But she's not one of the cool moms. She's just intense.
Okay, okay, that's
Like I'm
interesting.
talking by cool mom, I mean like hanging out with like I would hang out with her at a club or something like that. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd love to if I ever meet your mom, maybe. I always find that really interesting when there's like a very big like difference in personalities
yeah,
between the kid, and I'm like, how did that happen?
yeah,
Mason, you
very.
little bitch. Like what?
yeah, my mom and I are similar in like different ways, but she's like very aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm more like, all right, bro, have a good day.
I don't know
Mom's
how you are
like,
so you are like extremely patient. I don't know how you're as patient as you are. You're like super chill and patient. Like even when you are, when you came by, I know I was being a little bit of a dick and you're just like chill. I'm like, how? Like I didn't you were super chill.
bro, I grew, so my grandfather, the one that just passed, I don't know if I told you this or not, but he used to live with us growing up. So it was someone that would just constantly forget everything at all times. And like I was always like helping him out and shit.
Gotcha. That
So
probably
I don't know if that plays a part of it, but like just to me, I'm just someone that doesn't really want any problems. Like I'm just a patient guy. I don't know.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you had to grow up with that probably like conditioned you to like being more patient early on. Makes sense. Um,
I'm
but
very much like Mason then, bro, because I'm very patient.
yeah, you
One
are.
difference though, I'm always ready to fucking rock any moment. But I'm very patient. Like, and people who know me and when I tell them about previous fights and shit, they're like, "What?" They're like all shocked because I'm very chill unless, it goes anywhere, then that's different.
Yeah, you always strike me as like very chill, even from like day one when we first met. I'm like, this guy's abnormally chill.
Bro, I'm so chill, man. I'm like,
Ashton was like the kid where like there's like kids on the bus fucking around, like they accidentally like hit him with the paper plane. He's like the quiet kid that like will retaliate.
oh man, I've been speaking of that, I've been in fights because before like in the bus, one of my friends was being bullied, and just because he was bullied, I just jumped the dude myself.
Yeah,
Or I've been in fights before because I was called fat. I've been in fights before because somebody didn't like Dragon Ball Z. I was like, so stupid shit, bro. It's so.
What?
I'm like, what do you mean you don't like Dragon Ball Z? Well, this was as a kid, obviously, you know. No, it's different.
But yeah, bro. So I'm starting my fast. I hope I can start tomorrow. I don't know if I have the balls to do it, but the goal is like 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, for like a month. I did a DEXA scan today, and got my body fat checked and everything. So the goal is to do that, and then after that, like, don't be shy. Like, I'm down to hang out and stuff. I just wanted to like get this phase done. I just want to shed some weight, and then after that, like, I'll be more free and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I'm about to do one of those 3-day fast with you, man, for sure. I'm
Cool.
intrigued by that. I really like that. Like, um, but yeah, have you ever done like a 24-hour fast?
Me or Mason?
And both of you guys.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, I
I do
do.
not fast. Fuck that. The only fast I do is fast food, baby. No, I don't know. I mean, I've never fasted.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Have you, Eslan? You said you've done like a 24-hour, or no, you have done up to a certain, I forget what it was, less than 36 hours or less than 24 hours.
Um, Less than 36, more than 24, basically. Like right now, like as we speak, I'm in like 28-hour fast.
Oh shit.
And it wasn't planned, bro. It's just, trying to consume this stuff
Yeah.
and yeah, the day passes by fast, man, because yeah, day passes by so quick, bro.
So, okay, cool. Yeah, man, I'll let you know if I decide to fast tomorrow. I'll just like let you know if you're curious. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't want you to feel like, oh, Kaushik's a fucking hermit and allergic to like going out and allergic to alcohol or anything. I'm not.
Yeah, that's so good, bro. I'm not, no judging, bro. Like people can barely get me to go out myself. So I'm like, when I go out, it's like, pretty rare. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude,
people
I'll
got their
say I
priorities.
like I haven't drank alcohol in like a very long time. The first time I drank it, like, was this Halloween again, bro. I had like 5 drinks. I was like fucked up, bro. I was like, what's going on? You're like, I was like hung over and I was like, yep, I'm not drinking again for a very long time. Like it's just, I don't know. Just like when you're young, it's like your body recovers so quick, and it's like now. I mean, I'm still young, granted, but at the same time, it's like, bro, I don't even like doing it at
Bro,
all.
so are you like 25, bro? Well, how old are you again?
27.
27? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets worse whenever you're mid 30s like myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You
It starts
old, you
getting
guys
bad.
are old.
It starts getting bad around 25, 26. I remember that's when I started
Yeah.
like my anger started getting pretty
No
bad.
more, dude.
Yeah. But anyways, bro, Esteban, what's going on, bro? How many leads? Give me an update on stuff, bro.
You mind if I show you?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Desktop share. Okay.
Okay, I can see your screen now.
Yeah.
It just went black for me. Oh, here, wait.
It's just lagging a little bit, Mason.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. MacBook Airs, man, are just so bad. My bad. Still,
It's okay. Are you on a MacBook Air?
yeah, man, it's so bad. This is
Uh,
eight gigabytes of
gotcha,
RAM.
gotcha. So let's go ahead and delete the ones where it's like my name. You know how to delete those?
I, I know how to delete it by going inside. Is there a way that I can click it and delete it at once?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You can just, I mean, you can delete the opportunity in there. You should be able to if you just click it.
Okay. It's usually not this low.
It's probably just because you're like screen sharing and stuff.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leads. Is that right?
Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, yep.
Okay, that's good. In terms of the amount spent, good. Have you had a call with any of these people?
Just one, um, just one with something. I recorded it. I put it on the call log. I wanted to do three or more, but after, man,
What happened?
I started good, and then I started getting lost because the screen started freezing when I was trying to read the. So then once I started making things up, then it just went low key downhill from there.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, so I just like I think it's gonna be best if I take at least for today. So that's what I was doing the rest of the time, going through the discovery calls that were made, like the ones on the course and stuff like that, trying to listen to that and trying to understand it a little bit more. Because like if I'm just speaking, I'm okay. It's just when I try to go off the script
Yeah.
that was the issue for me that kind of just took me off track.
Okay. So so basically you have six people. The person that you hit up, is that the person that was like a new person? They were hot or something? Is it the taxi 216 person or whatever?
No, so this is a person who didn't do an application, or a DM or anything. They just opted in, and I just called them. The one who did send the DM was this person right here. I
Yeah.
sent a message on the Instagram, didn't get a response. Send double text, double call and a text, and didn't get a response as well.
So who's the one that you had a conversation with?
This one right here, William.
So what do they do?
I had their information pulled up. They are SO wait, something SOP, something distributor. So they sell like so people can accept payments, limiters, and
Like payment processors?
yeah, payment processor.
Okay.
And
So go ahead, go ahead.
I had their information pulled up, and it seemed like it was going good. I feel he was immediately just came right off the bat saying that it was leads that what he was needing from the video, because he said I asked him why did he do the application, and he's like the free video. I'm like, okay, well, what are you expecting from the free videos? What is your goal? And that's when he said sales. And then we just kept talking, and I was asking him basically, is it actually sales, or are you actually getting the leads to sell, or are you needing leads to actually sell? And,
But
and basically he didn't have the leads in the first place, which is when I knew it was time to move on to the second question, and that's when things started going sideways.
so why did they start going like walk me through it a little bit? Like you said this and then this happened. You said this and this happened. Like walk me through it just so I understand. And then from there, maybe I'll give you a feedback or maybe I won't have feedback for you.
Let's see, I'm gonna go back. Essentially, I think I had put in the let me see on the Excel sheet when I rated. Let me see if I can find it because it was fresh on my mind. Give me one second. Wait, I'm trying to find the Excel sheet.
I got your Excel sheet pulled up, bro.
Okay.
So call recordings, lost train of thought, and started making things up. Technically, I believe he didn't qualify due to only make 1K a month, but for practice reasons, I should have ended up. Yeah, yeah, exactly. For practice reasons, you should have just pushed it still. So, we'll call back and hung up. We'll call back and hung up. What does that mean?
He said I will call back.
Oh,
Call back and it hung up.
so he was telling you he'll call back?
Yeah, he said I'll call you right back, and he hung up. But it was one of those where you know what he meant. he just hung up. But he just I don't know even know why he said that, but he
Okay.
just hung up.
You're just trying to get off the
Um,
call.
yeah, exactly. And this was at the end when I was trying to get him, because I was like, all right, well, it seems like he still has the issue. He knows that Facebook ads, he has ran Facebook ads. I acknowledge how he has the pixels on it. There's certain issues I didn't dive deeper into. I wasn't able to get the lifetime value because he was more like, oh, there's a lot of variables and this and that, but I wasn't able to. I didn't think about the moment to asking for an average, so I was asking him like, how much is a client paying you or whatever the case might be for.
So, so really quick before I delve deeper, so it's like, so first of all, my big thing to you is, and this is again what Jeremy was talking, where it's like I just kind of give people some medicine, and so the medicine is just do the call, don't overthink it. Like I can tell you're thinking about it super hard right now. You're like overthinking about it to the point where you're gonna paralyze yourself. It's just about doing the reps. It's the same thing as talking to girls, bro. You just do it, and then you're gonna get comfortable with it. You realize there's like patterns to it, and so. I just want to lead with like I can tell even like yeah, you do. If you can, you want to get the LTV. You want to figure out so that you can, like for example, if somebody tells you like they're trying to get to 10,000 per month, they're at 1,000 per month, and they say every customer is worth $1,000, then you're like, oh, I just need to get this person 9 customers. And let's just say theoretically it cost me $100 to get one customer. Now you can be like, hey man, so are you willing to spend, I don't know, about $900 a month? $900 a month, I can tell you probably get you like 9 customers. That'd help you bridge the gap, right? And
Yeah.
so, but the thing is like don't worry about that if you're, if that's too much math for you or like it's too analytical for you. It's just a vibe thing. It's just an energy thing. That's the most important. It's literally saying this talking to girls, bro. It's just an energy thing. Like, all right, cool, man. So you're trying to get here. Cool, man. Like, where you at right now? Huh. All right. Well, I mean, it's not that hard to get there. I mean, it's pretty much like this is the number, right? Like it's about 9 people. Cool, man. Well, I don't know. Like, would you be open to spending some money on ads? I mean, I could tell you pretty confident it's going to take about $100 a piece to get a customer. Is that something you're open to? Right? It's so it's like you don't have to like do the crazy math of like, okay, so based off my calculations, 20 customers and each customer, the LTV is this and da da da, and that's why the cost per acquisition. Like, don't worry about that. If you felt like you needed to do it that way, don't do it that way. If that's not natural to you, some people it works that way. Like Rich, for example, he's a very numbers guy and he can do it that way. But it's just you just need them to feel like, oh, I'm here. I want to get here. He actually has a solution to get me from here to here. He seems pretty confident about it. Yeah, like I want to hear about how he's going to do that.
Sometimes that's though it's easier just to like instead of reading a script, it's kind of like bullet points.
Yeah.
It's like introduce yourself, current state, desired state, problem, willingness to invest in ads, pitch, book call.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, like, what part do you feel like? I know we're saying a lot of stuff. Maybe we shouldn't even talk until we kind of get a little bit more clarity on like what you feel like is the issue. Like, what do you feel like you're struggling with? Do you feel like it's like, man, I feel like I'm reading the script and I'm saying the wrong things and that's throwing me off? Or like, what do you feel like is the issue for you?
I think what I had put here was more than anything I started off I feel like not in the right column and then or archetype.
Yeah.
Um I feel like I started off kind of like not in on the right archetype, so I didn't ask. The third question wasn't the correct one. Um, but more than anything, is just that I started like searching. I'm like, okay, where am I going? And then that's when I started kind of improvising. And it wasn't the worst because he was still either he was being nice, but he was in it all the way up until the end where he's like, okay, I gotta go, something like that. Um, and the point that he said this was when I was asking him like, hey, are you available on Wednesday? Where I could give you more information or whatever the case might be. Um,
Did you, before you got into that, did you like kind of, were you able to plant a seed in his mind that you can help him? What did you say to plant that seed? If you did or if you did not?
Basically, I reminded him how his goal was to go to 15K, and he's at 1K right now. And I said something along the lines of like, you're at 1K, your goal is to get to 15K, and what we could use to get you there will be Facebook ads. Um, something along the lines is, and then I try to say the the car analogy, bro. That was so fucking funny. Because I started reading it. That was so funny, man. And then I said something completely that made zero sense. Oh, bro, that was so bad. You at least gotta listen to it if you want to laugh, man. I was laughing about it with my sister. I was like, "Can you believe this shit?" I'm like, "That's so embarrassing." But and I was also telling her like, there's this quote that, bro, I swear to God, it was like right after, because I'm into like stoicism and stuff like that. There's this quote right after that I seen on my Instagram, and it was talking about how you have to be, in order to be great at something, you have to be willing to be bad at something for a while first. And I was like, you know what, man, that's what it is. And
Oh
I'm,
yeah.
when it was a wedding discovery calls, because I did exactly the same thing, discovery calls for weddings, it would just flow. So I just remember I just have to do it enough time so that way it starts just flowing. And
First one like this, bro. It's always like this. Like don't beat yourself up. You're right. It's just repetition, bro. And again, it's gonna take you about 4 or 5. And you're gonna realize super fast the pattern. It's like, for example, how do you know if a girl is the kind of girl where she's like girlfriend material versus not so much girl? There's specific question you ask her, specific ways you figure that out. The archetype is the same thing. It's like, all right, so like what business are you in? Cool, man. So what are you doing for marketing? Like, have you ever tried running ads? And that'll tell you really quickly, like, and you'll just know. Again, it'll take you a few reps, but you'll kind of realize. And again, it's not. And the other thing I want you to know is like, don't worry about the order of the questions either. Like again, for you, I'm looking at you, and I just know your sales experience. I know who you are, and I know that it's not that strict. It's not that stringent. Okay, don't worry about it like that. Because I know you mentioned that as well. You're like, oh, I asked it out of order. Don't worry about that. Again, just do a few reps and you'll figure out what order makes the most sense for you. I've outlined it in a way that's like very methodical for somebody that thinks like me, but that might not work for you, and that's okay. But yeah, what I'm hearing from what you're saying, bro, is that you most likely did not give him hope, which is why when you got to booking the sales call, he said no, or he's trying to hop off. So basically, you want to go into something like, so let's just say theoretically, I'm talking to like Jeremy. He's like, hey, I mean, every day is like up and down. Right? I got to figure out what the core thing is for him. It's like, got it, man. Well, I mean, what I can tell you about our business model, man, is like, it's actually like it's complete retainer based. And so what I mean by that is like the average client that we're working with, I mean, it's not going to be a sales call like you. You're typically, people are coming to you. It's a 30-minute pitch. Hey, I think we should just video, and then boom, we're off to the races, right? For us, it's more of a 3-hour conversation. We're sitting there doing some discovery, and then we're doing a sales call part one, and then a part two. So it takes a little bit of time. But here's the thing I can tell you, Jeremy, is like the average person is going to stay with you for about 12 months. And I don't know, it depends on what you want to charge, but you're charging anywhere from 500 to 1,500 per month. So I think you said you wanted to get like to 10,000. So I don't know, man. It's like maybe 8 clients. So yeah, man. I mean, I think I feel pretty confident we can get you to 8 clients. I mean, it's gonna take us maybe 3 months. But I feel pretty confident we can help you do that. And then again, if your main thing is consistent income, well then that's probably what you should do is get these retainer based clients. And then boom, you're chilling. You can turn off your ads. Yeah. And then I'm pinging. I'm trying to see kind of what he says. What is he going to say to that? How's he going to bounce back? What's he going to say in terms of that dialogue? I'm paying attention. Like, is he biting on the fact that I mentioned the retainer deals? Is he biting about the 12 months staying with you? Is he biting about like, hey, it's going to take 3 months? I'm kind of gauging his energy. I'm feeling him out. And then from there, once I have him, then once I know he's like interested, then I'll be like, cool, man. Well, hey, look, you got some time Tuesday? Like, I'll show you how all this stuff works. I'll break it down for you. I'll show you the ad and everything like that. I'll show you a few of my clients. That's how it would like that makes sense. Again, you've done enough sales calls where what I'm saying to you should make sense. That's the part that you were missing is I think based off what you shared, you didn't create that. So if he's doing like payment processors, um, I don't know, maybe I would have did you by any chance say something along the lines of cool man, so what are you currently doing in terms of getting leads right now?
um, I asked him initially. He said he was running Facebook ads.
Okay. And then from that, what did you say to that?
I didn't really dig into how he stopped or why he stopped. Besides the obvious, he said because I asked him why he stopped, and he said it wasn't working, but I didn't really dive deep into it.
Okay, this is actually now that you mentioned that, I whatever I said is true, but there's I'm going to give you an even better answer right now, actually. I'm going to give you like, yeah. So he said that he was running Facebook ads, and then to that, what did you say?
um, you say he was running Facebook ads. Like I think I asked him something along the lines of like the experience that he had with it or why he had stopped, something like that.
And then do you remember what he said? By any chance,
No.
like rough estimate? Okay.
Yeah, I think he was vague and the way he speaks, it was like he's in bed. So it sounded like he was in bed or something like that. He would just like mumble very low. So sometimes I would have to ask him to repeat himself and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
So
don't remember specifically what he said.
whatever he said to that is super crucial, bro. So here's what I would have done, right? Again, I'm not saying that this is 100% would work. I don't know. I wasn't there, but like, hey, cool, man. So I guess like leads. Okay, so cool, man. So in terms of leads, like that's perfect. I think that you're gonna like what we have here. That being said, I mean, like, what are you currently doing for leads, dude? It's like I mean, I don't know. Like I'm trying to get some leads through running ads. So you've already tried Facebook ads. Are you doing that right now or you tried that? No, I tried that. Okay. Um has that been the best way for you guys to get customers, or has another method been better for you guys, like cold outreach or like posting in Facebook groups? No, no, no. Facebook ads is like what we tried the latest. Everything's kind of hit or miss. Cool. Yeah, Facebook ads is definitely like consistent. Like it's a consistent way to generate leads day in, day out. What were things looking like for you? Like, were you not getting enough leads? Was the cost per lead too expensive? What exactly was the issue? Yeah, we were getting leads. We just kind of convert them over to like customers. Gotcha. Makes sense. Um, so like what are you doing to convert what kind of an ad was it, like an instant form ad? Was it were you taking them into a funnel? These are the kinds of questions I'm gonna ask. And then he might say like, and then he might be vague because he doesn't fucking know shit. Then I'm gonna go into like, so cool, man. So here's what I can tell you, man. In terms of your ad, most likely the issue is that you probably weren't running a high quality video commercial ad. That's most likely what it is. If you consider why you and I are having this conversation, there was an ad, and then that ad was taken to funnel. It's got a talking head video. A lot of time and energy went to that, a lot of production. You've got a lot of our work. And so content is a big part of making something like this work. If I'd be almost willing to bet that the issue when it came to the ad is that you're probably just using some kind of generic photo or something. And I actually, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even say that. I would get him to say that. I would get him to say that before I even made that because I'm gonna sound like an idiot if he actually used a fucking video. Now, here's why this is important. Okay, here's what I'm trying to get to you. I'm making some shit up, but here's what I'm trying to get to you. You saying to him, bro, hey, we're just gonna run Facebook ads and do this is like me going to my 75th back doctor who's gonna tell me the same shit. It's like, bro, I've already heard this from a million people. You doing the same procedure. Like, why are you any different? That's what was going through his head. It's because you didn't give him a light bulb moment. So whenever you have people that have already ran ads, remember what we have to do with that archetype. What we have to do is we have to heal them. So, yo, girl, you had your heart broken. Here's why you had your heart broken. Here's why I'm different. Yo, you ran ads. Here's why this shit didn't work for you. He has to, again, whether it's true or not, that's not what I'm saying, but you have to create that light bulb moment. Once they have that light bulb moment, they're like, oh, I didn't think about it. Like that actually makes sense. That is why that didn't work.
You have to make them
Now
feel
they're
like you have to make them feel like you're at like a campground together, and then they like just laid the logs in a circle, and then you have to come in with the lighter, if that makes sense. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I tried to light this fire. Like I feel like I'm doing everything right." And you're like, "No, dude, like," and
yeah,
that's how
you're
that's
missing
how
that thing.
really that's like the best analogy I can give you.
Yeah, it's like you have to again, what Mason just explained to you is there's a light bulb moment. It's like, oh no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, I fucking didn't have the lighter. That's why it didn't work. Same thing applies. You didn't give him that light bulb moment. You didn't help him realize where he went wrong, why it wasn't working. And therefore, when you go to pitch Facebook ads, he's gonna be like, why the fuck am I gonna talk to this guy about Facebook? I already tried that shit. That shit doesn't work as a scam. So that's where you went wrong. That's what it was.
Okay. If I would have said something along the lines of the difference between, well, I guess I wouldn't have known because I never asked them, but the difference between the ads that you were running is we will come in and create the custom content or something like that with a free video promo. Would that have helped at all, you think?
So your core issue is just your core issue. The issue is that you didn't give him a light bulb. Now the core issue is what? The core issue is you weren't asking enough questions and probing enough to learn what the issue was. That's the core issue. So you can say to me like, "Hey, what if I did this? What if I did?" I don't know. I actually don't know. All I know is if you probed a little bit more, he would have told you you would have had the ammunition. You just didn't. The thing is, you didn't get enough ammunition.
Gotcha.
You need more ammunition to work with. Because he's gonna tell you like, oh, I did this, I did that. Here's why I think it didn't work. Here's why I did that. Then once you have that ammunition, now you can spit up a story. Um, it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, but like you talk to a girl and she's like telling you like, yeah, I keep, falling for these guys and then it's not working. And then I give her a light bulb moment, like, hey, every single guy that you've ever dated has been a bad boy that's came from like a broken home. None of them have a father figure, and that's why they don't know how to treat women. And so now she's like, oh, now that you mention it, now I think about it, yeah, every one of those has not had a father figure, and I don't have a father figure either, so I don't even know what that's supposed to be like. And then you be like, hey, look, I do have a father figure. This is how I was born, this is how I was raised up, and this is what it's supposed to be. So let me show you what that looks like. And then she's like, you know what? Educate me, teach me what that's like. I don't even know what that's like. I'm open to that sales call. I'm open to that date.
So like
The
showing them the things that was broken and then how you would heal it.
Yeah, you have to give her closure before she's gonna give you a shot, right? Same thing. You would have had to give this guy closure, and you cannot give him closure until you ask enough probing questions to learn what the issue is. That's the issue.
Makes sense.
Um, but yeah, that's all that was, bro. I'm glad we talked about that. But yeah, those are the three. Here's the thing, it's like I'll be honest with you, the conversation you had, that's probably you came out the gate with one of the most challenging ones. Most of the times, they actually have not ran ads. So here's what it is, like people that have not ran ads are the easiest. People that are currently running ads are more difficult than these people, and then the people that have ran ads inefficiently are the hardest. So that's the order of operations. Why? Because these people have had their heart broken. You have to fucking deal with the trauma, heal them before they give you an opportunity. These people are running ads properly, so they're like, yo, a boyfriend is good. I just have to show her I'm more valuable, I'm more stable than the boyfriend you're currently dating. This one is like, fuck all dudes, I don't trust men. This one is, I trust men, just prove to me you're better. And these people don't even know what a man is. They're completely new to the game. So that's how that works.
Okay.
So you basically you came out the gate dealing with trauma. And that's a difficult situation.
Yeah. So good. I'm looking forward to the next ones, and I think from there I'll start to get a pattern and just
Key
kind
is
of
pro.
deviate a little bit from the
Key,
script.
key
And
is to probe, bro. Key is to probe. Key is to probe, ask questions, be genuinely curious. Always think to like the 7 and 9 figure machine. Remember that? Where is the business broken? It's usually going to be business broken at the traffic level and the leads level. And you have to just use, your words to sell them on like why that's the issue. Give them a light bulb moment, and then they're usually happy to hop on a sales call. So it's like you do the discovery, you give them an aha moment. Once you have the aha moment, once they're like buying into you, then you go into, so you give somebody, so you break the ice. Why do you want the video? You dive a little bit deeper, ask probing questions, try to give them a little bit of an aha moment. After you get the aha moment, they're like, oh, this makes sense. And then you go into like, oh, here's what I think. I think I can actually help you bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. Because you've given them an aha moment, they're going to be more likely to believe you. Once you've done that, and they're like, that sounds good. It seems that this guy can get me from where I am to where I want to be. He saw something I can clearly see. And then from there, once you go into the car analogy, that's usually lights out. So that's the psychology. If you have to listen back to what I just said, that's kind of usually the flow of the conversation.
okay. When it comes to someone who hasn't filled out the application, and you're asking them those questions in the discovery call, are you asking every single question in the application?
Again, as you do more reps, you'll realize what is and is not important. Um, I would like, if you say to somebody like, hey, what kind of business are you currently in? And they say to you, I own a restaurant. You don't really need their Instagram, their website right then and there. You could probably get it a little bit later. But what would be more important is like, okay, well, what's your current revenue goal? Where are you currently at relative to that? How much is average customer spending with you? What are you guys currently doing in terms of getting leads? Those are kind of the key important things. So it's not again, as you do more reps, you'll realize what is and is not important. You just have to do the reps, but it's not every single thing is not super important. I like to get things like their Instagram. I like to get things like their website because then I can do a little bit of eavesdropping on them before my conversation. So for example, if I look at somebody's Instagram, I see it's not popping, it's not really polished. I know I have something I can say in terms of content. If I see that they don't have a pixel, I already know maybe they're not running ads. So I just try to save a little bit of time, but if I don't have it, I'm gonna you know, and I'm curious about that, I'm gonna ask on the discovery call.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll I know I keep sounding I don't mean to be short. I keep saying the same thing of like it'll just as you do reps, it'll get easier and it'll make sense to you. It's just one of those. It's the same thing as your wedding consultations, bro. You're gonna realize what is and it's not important to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question though?
Yeah.
What else you got for me in terms of questions, bro?
Uh, I think we talked about the Excel sheet, and since I'm not able to actually put KPIs or anything like that, should we worry about that now, or I mean, I can do.
I do want you to worry about that as soon as possible because it's so important. It's such an important skill, like knowing your numbers. As you see, like every week I'm looking at everybody's Excel numbers, and then from there I'm kind of giving them feedback on what we should do. Um, when it comes to your ads, did you get a chance to try to tweak up your ad, or no, you didn't get a chance to do that yet?
Yeah, I changed the background color and the text color, so black background, white text. And ran it again, same thing. I also switched up my Facebook. So instead of using, I switched up from, I had a Esteban Martinez and I switched it to a Media one on Facebook fan page. Try to run
Um,
it like that, still no luck.
is your ad account restricted or is the ad rejected? Those are two different things.
So I believe it's the ad account.
Because if the ad account is restricted, then I don't think you're even going to be able to go in there tweak up an ad.
Here, I'll pull it up really quick if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Let's see.
Mason, can you have a look and see kind of what's going on if from your experience? Is his ad account shut down or is it just the ad? Account restriction, please try again later. We're facing some trouble with your account. Please try.
It's not the ad.
It's not the ad.
Yeah,
It let me
yeah, why
edit.
would it be an account restriction? I mean, you can hit, you can upload another ad in there and try to give it a shot, but
What happens if you try to click on edit ad right there in the blue? Does it let you or
Yeah, I'm able to edit the ads. It just will still say the same thing.
so account restriction, please try again later. We're facing some trouble with your account, please. What the fuck is it? So is Mason, have you seen that before or no?
not the account restriction. Like that's a weird thing to start with. Usually it's like saying your ad has failed.
Yeah. So
What is the three, the bell icon on the bottom left with the three, like the red three? What is that? Go to all. We don't care about that. Go to your settings on the bottom left. It's like the gear icon. Yeah, hit that.
I could do this real quick.
Yep.
Just changed.
Go to ad accounts. Yeah, usually if there was an error with it, Koshik, it would pop up here as well. But there's no error here.
if there was an error in terms of like an ad account or an ad.
An ad account.
Okay, so it would show up here in terms of like, hey, your ad account was restricted. Because if his ad account was restricted, he wouldn't even be able to like tweak up the ad, I don't think.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Do you know where he should go by any chance? Is it the question mark in the bottom left-hand corner?
Um, yeah, go to the there should be a question mark on the bottom left, like below the gear icon, I think. Go to help.
It's the one where it doesn't have it on the side. Like yours had the support button here.
Hit business manager at the top really quick. Scroll all the way down on the right hand side. Hmm. Now you can stop scrolling. I mean, it may be worth just creating a different ad account.
Is that possible? Have
Yeah,
you?
you can just create another ad account. Why not?
Okay. Let's try that then, bro. Let's try creating another ad. Do you know how to do that, or is that something you're gonna need a little bit of help with? Creating
I
another ad
think I
account.
can figure it out. There's also what if I because I have this other portfolio like ad account.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would just create. I would just
Yeah.
create
So
another ad account in this business portfolio.
Okay.
I mean,
Because the thing is like this isn't necessarily connected to your Instagram or your Facebook, and you're gonna have to reconnect all that bullshit.
Yeah.
so if I was you, I would try that, create another ad account, and then try launching the ads as soon as possible. If that doesn't work, then just use that other thing that you have and just connect them. Um, Instead of spending too much, because like it seems like we're not kind of getting anywhere with this.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing to be proactive about it.
Okay. So make another ad account, um, and then just give that a try.
And keep me posted. Try that, like, if you can try that tomorrow, keep me posted. Um, but yeah, try another ad account. If that doesn't work for some reason, then go to like the thing that you showed us earlier that you already have and just connect those and try that.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, aside from that, what else is top of mind for you?
Oh, nothing else, man. Pretty much not any other question will be probably next week once I get a good amount of calls. Hopefully sales call as well.
Yeah, good. It's weird, man. It's like I don't know what the issue is, but like I can't see the number of leads or anything that you have. So it's like I'm kind of flying in the dark too, because it's like I don't know if the feeds are working or the stories are working well for you. I don't know if it's ad one or ad two. That's the other reason I want you to, get your ads launch on your end because you're going to be able to see that, I think, versus me, I can't see that. Um,
I think the tracking codes are correct. Um, from what I've seen and even before this, I make sure that it was exactly how Mason had it in the video.
yeah.
So the tracking code and either the header or the footer, I was pretty careful about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I don't know. I don't think it's because of that, bro. I think it's something else that is why it's not telling me leads. Maybe it's because I don't have access to your pixel. I don't know because I don't have permission or anything like that. So it's not maybe showing to me like when you do get leads. I don't know. Um, but like your numbers are really good, man. Like your cost per click is $1.70 here, $2.71. Um, So it's like for 50 bucks, you've gotten like 6 leads or whatever. Like those are really good numbers. $15 per lead is good. Normal is like anywhere from like $6 to like 15-ish is normal.
Okay.
Uh, And so typically again, you get like 30 to 50 leads, you should close one deal at least. So on my end, everything looks good. Um, Again, I just don't know which one of these is performing best for you. I don't know where the leads are coming from, but as long as you're getting them,
Mhm.
that's good. Just update me. Just let me know. Like, what would be helpful is by the end of each day, you let me know, hey, Kushik, I got 4 leads end of today. I got 2 leads end of today. This way I know what's working. I know if it's working or not. If you come to me, say for 2 days in a row, there's no leads coming in, then I need to relaunch these for you.
Okay.
So that's the key, is just let me know by end of day how many leads come in. So tomorrow, hey, Kushik, 3 leads came in. All right, cool. All right. So long as you keep me up to date, we'll be good. To run things here for you. Um, but yeah, bro, anything else? I know I keep asking. I just want to make sure you're good.
No, man. The rest will be probably next Monday, bro.
Okay, cool, cool. Well, then I'm gonna transition to Jorge. See if he has anything else. Jorge, you back, man? What's going on? Something happened?
Yo, what happened?
Did something happen?
Nowhere.
You.
Oh, no. I just had some time, so I figured I'd just jump in.
Cool. I didn't know something was wrong. Or like I thought like something happened and you like a sales car, discovery car, something blew up. But everything's chill.
Yeah, no, I was just it's been a slow day today here, so I was like, let me jump back in case we can talk about something.
Yeah. No, it's just been pretty chill. Um, anything you want to go over?
No, I think we pretty much covered it in the beginning. That was really it. Um,
Okay.
those are the main points.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case, then, anybody have anything that they want to talk about? Eslan, Mason, anything you guys want to talk about?
I'm in Texas right now.
You're in Texas right now? Oh shit, you guys are shooting all that content?
Uh, we just filmed 2 ads, and then last night I did 13 video scripts that are over 5 minutes long each that I'm gonna have to edit as well, which are gonna be fun. But we did end up launching the VSL ad, but I shut that down. I didn't like the result of that, so we're going back to IGDM and follow. But because I'm here, it's just kind of like content. That's kind of like the main thing right now.
So are you guys not going to be doing the VSL, or is it like you're going to be tweaking it until try to get different results?
No, I don't want to tweak it, bro.
What happened? What kind of results are you getting? Like, is it
So it was like $40 for a book call, um, which was really good. But a lot of the people were like unemployed or just like super unqualified. So I was like, fuck that.
how
And
much
then
are
the
you,
no show, there was like a lot of no shows. And I was just like, why wouldn't I just take what I already have and try to make it better?
right? How much are you guys, how much did you spend though?
Like a grand,
Oh shit.
but enough to,
Yeah, that's enough to know. So out of the grand, um, how many calls were booked? Would you say that's a lot?
um, I mean, probably at least like 15.
Yeah, I'm seeing like 50, so 15 were booked. And these are one call closed. So out of the 15, how many people like showed up?
So one so far. And
What?
then, but here's the thing though, like if I look at my calendar right now,
Yeah,
like, hold on a second.
that is one expensive ass sales call, bro.
Yeah, and she was unemployed.
I mean, are you guys like setting, like trying to hit everybody up and they're not responding?
Yeah. Um, so like I'm looking at this week right now. There's seven on that are from there's 7 on that are from it still, but they're like not really high quality at all.
Wait, there are 7 that what?
So out of the 15, one showed, but there's still 7 book calls to be have had.
7 that are okay, so you guys still don't know about like half of them.
Yes, correct.
But like whenever somebody books, are you guys like setting? Are you guys calling them up? Hey, how's it going? Blah blah. Look forward to seeing you. Blah blah blah. Or you guys are not doing that.
We're trying to, but the half the time their numbers are like not in service and shit. It's basically like lead form ads.
So you have basically 7 people still, and these 7 people you guys have not had a conversation with yet at all. No touch point, no nothing.
stressed. I mean, just like a text message
Okay.
after, but that's probably what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're probably going to text them all or call them all again and say like, "Yo, is your time still good?"
Yeah. And then what was I gonna ask
And
you?
then like I literally just relaunched follower ads today, and I just booked 2 calls today. Like,
Yeah, I remember, what did we talk about? That was the reason that you wanted to do the VSL, other than that lady who's crushing it. Like, what was your reason for wanting to do it again? What was the bottleneck? You don't have a bottleneck. You're just being a
I
doofus.
really don't. I just wanted more like consistent higher quality. That's all.
Yeah, just being a
And I
little
think
doofus.
I just freak out when like 1 month I'll have like a 10 ROI and then the next month I'll have two. And then I'll be like, oh my God, everything's breaking.
Yeah, so the other month you guys were like really struggling. Was that October or September?
Uh, October.
Did things
September
turn
was
around
good.
or they didn't? Did they turn around or not turn
September
around
was
then?
great. October sucked, and now we're in November.
No, no, no. What I'm asking is, like, I remember you were telling me towards the tail end of October what your numbers were. Did those numbers ever turn around, or did you just kind of take an L for October?
Um, we closed $3,500. So
And
we
then you
did
guys spent,
okay, but we did lose money, yeah.
yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
it's better than being 3,500 in the hole.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Like I'm not stressed.
Yeah. How much did you guys spend that month?
In ads, like 3,500,
Okay. So you guys basically, with team costs and everything, you guys probably lost like 2 grand or something.
right on the money.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
I'm not stressed about
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's probably just that month or something.
it.
Uh, anything else that's interesting?
Not particularly.
Yeah. Okay. I sold some of my crypto today.
Did you? What'd you sell?
I sold like $90,000 worth of stuff. I sold some render, no, no, I sold Sol. So I sold Solana, Ethereum,
Aren't they
Soup.
like way? Well, you probably bought them early, but I was gonna say, aren't they like way down?
Exactly. I got so lucky, man. Like I had like this, I was having heart palpitations. I've been like super stressed like the fucking last 2, 3 months. But something told me, it was like I was just, something told me some bad shit was gonna happen. I literally sold it. And after I sold it, the portfolio crashed by like 30%.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw that too. Like I said, I don't even have enough at this point to even like remotely think that it's smart to sell. Like I would rather just have it and then just see what happens.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. But anyways, um, I'm gonna let you guys go then. We'll chop it up next week then, fellas.
All right, boys.